life. Like, this is real life. Like, what are you doing?
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to 16 Fix for another live unboxing. I'm your host, Marco G, aka the 6 Scale Scoundrel. Everybody calls me that, especially Eddie and Adriana. And I'm joined here by my beautiful co-host, Gigi. Gigi, say hi.
Hi.
And we've got some special guests today as well. So we've got a very special guest in Adriana, who is Eddie's significant other, and then Eddie, who's kind of a special guest. But wow. How you both doing today?
Doing pretty good, man. Yeah. Excited to get Adriana on and watch her get all nervous. And this is first live stream. Well, she did a Bricks and Brews once, so
I remember that one.
That was like a warm up. Yeah, but so she's got first stream jitters. So.
It's a famous elbow, Adriana. I saw
That's
it.
Right.
That's Adriana.
That's right. This is a big weekend for us, though, because we got Eddie out of retirement, and then to get Adriana on top of that, that's like a pretty huge accomplishment there. So, thank you both.
She had to get all ready and try to upstage me when I come out of retirement. She had to do her hair, put on makeup.
Your hair is always all nice. I can.
She doesn't have to do much to upstage you. Literally, just her being.
I will say though, I saw Adriana and I saw your hair, and I was like, the fuck? We're doing our hair today?
Yeah.
Gigi, don't act like you were gonna do your hair ever, all right?
I mean, wow. I was wearing a hat. I wasn't gonna change it, and then I was all right, well, I guess I have to take it to redo it again.
There you go. Right. And just speak up a little bit if you wouldn't mind. So Gigi, tell us why you're upset today. I want to hear.
Oh, we're getting
into the meat of it. This is what the show's about. What are you pissed off about today?
So, wait, today or when this thing showed up?
Yeah, when the thing showed up. How about that?
Okay. It's different things. So this has been like a crazy week. I finished my last final of law school last Thursday, and graduation is thank you. And graduation is on Saturday, this coming Saturday. But then we have graduation dinner on Friday. Meanwhile, I'm trying to wrap everything up before I leave for bar prep, because I'll be out for 2 weeks, and it's like very stressful, right? And then we had a friend's birthday party, so it's just been very busy. And so I actually didn't even want to celebrate graduation because we graduated on Saturday, and then Monday we roll right into bar prep, so you're kind of miserable for 2 months. So anyway, we were gonna go meet up for Cinco de Mayo to get margaritas with some friends. I know.
Wow, you're one of those, huh?
And meanwhile, Marco, like he always does, Adriana, tell me if Eddie is this way, because he tells me I'm always like trying to do the most, and I was like, sir, we already have reservations, or like not reservations. We already have plans, right, with one set of friends, and then meanwhile on the side he is trying to simultaneously make reservations with, or make plans with, other friends. And I'm like, Marco, and it's like a couple, so it's different from like going and hanging out with like a couple and then bringing like another couple that don't know each other. Now I have to be in the middle. It's not a Friday. I'm already like stressed out. This is not the vibe that I wanted.
Gigi's just antisocial in that way, because I'm like, everyone will get along. Like, it's just whoever can come, and it'll be fine.
I feel like you're that way too.
That's not even all of it too. Like, Marco also streams that day. So like, he's planning 2 things, and then he's telling the stream.
That is a good point. Hey, guys, I made it for the last hour, okay?
Like, I feel like I don't do that. Adriana makes our plans. I have friends, but like, it's not, I don't make plans. I don't really be like, let's go out to dinner. If we do anything on the weekends or Friday with couples, it's usually her friends.
But I let you know, and then he forgets, and then I have to remind him the day off.
That sounds pretty typical of us.
And he's like, when did we plan this?
Well, the problem is that Marco does not let me know, number one, and then he lets me know the wrong information. It went from it's gonna be 1 guy, maybe 2 guys, to it's gonna be more people, to can we switch the location? Actually, I switched it back. Actually, can we? It was like
it was a mess caused by me, for sure.
Yeah. So I was already annoyed, right? Because I was like, bro, you have me like being the middleman. I was like, you just text our friends and you figure it out. Like, I don't want anything. So I'm already like annoyed, and we're, pancake, and then we hit the corner, and I see DHL, and I see this guy with a big ass box. I'm already annoyed, Adriana. I'm so annoyed that I don't even want to talk. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so upset that it's not even worth me arguing, like, at that point. And then I see this fucking guy, and I was like, oh, that's, whatever. Then I see him getting too close to our house, and I was like, what is that?
Because, Eddie, the box is unnecessarily big, right?
It's like a statue box. It's like a sideshow statue box. It's huge.
Yeah. And so it was just like the cherry on top, To
And
already
I will
stressful
say,
weekend.
yeah, so the actual box, which is behind us, is pretty massive, right? But the shipper box, Eddie sends me a picture before I got to open it. He's like, look at all this dead space in here. Like, it's just so unnecessarily huge. And so, yeah, it didn't set the tone pretty well for this purchase. But so that's how it started off with us. She knew it was coming, but the size of it definitely took her by surprise, which is the first time ever. But so tell us, how did you all discuss this purchase? Or did it just show up and you're like, what is this box?
It just showed up, and I was like, what did you buy this time?
So I've told you guys this before. I actually I like that you guys talk about like what Marco is buying and like what he shouldn't buy. And even though I make fun of it a lot and I give Marco a lot of shit for it, like
deservedly.
I appreciate that you guys do that, because I don't like, the rule that we have is like, as long as I'm responsible and we're paying the bills, like she doesn't really know what I'm buying with my money, So she won't, half the time she won't know about a purchase until I'll usually be home when the box is delivered. She'll be at work. So she'll just show up, and either on the kitchen table or next to it is a big box.
Surprise!
And she'll be like, "What did you get?"
Shit, like, there goes half of the apartment. Like,
That's
what did we buy now? Like,
yeah. She cares more about where is it going more than what am I spending. Like,
Got
and then I'll let her know like this was expensive or this was
he doesn't
kind
give
of
me
a mild.
prices because he knows.
There you go.
I just say
He
this
says
is
it's
a.
expensive, and
I
I'm
let her
like,
guess. I'll let her guess. She'll just keep going up until I say okay.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's kind of, and she never sees the boxes get delivered because she's always at work when they get delivered. So like, usually I'm the one carrying it in.
I think I had to bring in one box.
Maybe once or twice.
That
But
was
like,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh! And those statue boxes can't be any fun to bring in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're huge, dude. So
He struggles to carry them. Can you imagine me trying to carry them?
Yeah, exactly. You're like, all right, setting the tone really well. Well, so to everyone that's joined us today, thank you. We're going to check in with the chat in just a second. But if you haven't joined one of our live unboxings before, we do it pretty low tech here. So if you want to see really high quality shots of the figures, I'd say Big Bretta, Will Foxification, 6-scale reviews, Uncommon Flex, a bunch of content creators have really high quality videos of the Joker. But this is going to be kind of a conversation about what Eddie and I think about it secondarily, and then what our significant others think about this kind of revolutionary 1/6 figure, if you will, and see if it lives up to the hype, because I know Gigi's been hearing about this damn thing for over a year. Are you pretty sick of the Joker rhetoric at this point, Gigi?
Yeah. My first thought of the box, I was like, okay, that looks like a coffin. That makes a lot of sense.
Oh my god. Coffin for me?
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I get it.
There you
what
go.
do you think of the box?
It's shaped weird.
It is shaped weird. It's supposed to be shaped like the logo of InArt, right? It's like
I think you're exactly
like an
right.
N or an A or.
Yeah, I think an eye, right?
It is weird. I get why they did it, but
And
it's
not
kind
like
of
even symmetrical. It's just
Yeah,
like
it's-
one straight
yeah, it's
edge,
oblong
and then
shape.
I was like, okay. What
which
is
like I
this?
get it, but it's kind of unnecessary.
Oh, I see it now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
logo right
Yes,
there.
okay,
Yeah.
It makes sense. Okay.
Yeah,
But at
that,
first I was like, what the hell is this?
a little bit of synergy there. It's still an odd choice, but I guess we're gonna find out how it's laid out here. So I think if there's any additional background, so Eddie, I guess one more thing we want to talk about. What is your connection to this character? Are you like a big Dark Knight fan? Are you a big Heath Ledger fan?
Yeah, definitely. I would say that the Dark Knight trilogy is probably my favorite, like, Batman trilogy. Like, everybody knows I love Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, the movies that people don't love. Like, those are nostalgic, but I think as far as, like, a cohesive story and films, the trilogy is my favorite. And we were dating when the Dark Knight and the Rises came out, right? But not Begins. think we were dating for Dark Knight because I think we saw that in the
Yeah.
theater together. So like that, not only is the film's cool, but my brother loves them. I think Bale was my brother's favorite Batman until Affleck, and he was
Until
mine
Affleck,
too.
wow.
He was great. Like, and then obviously Ledger as Joker killed it. Everybody was kind of like, "What the hell?" You know, Heath Ledger being cast as his character. It's
People
not
were
going to be
pissed,
good.
right?
And then he changed the game completely to where now they base all Jokers off of him, which kind of bugs me sometimes. But he did change the game, so that's what it is. Like, I love it, and I needed the best representation, and I never really cared for any of the Hot Toys. Like, I know people like the 12 or 11. I think it's 11. People love that figure, and I never really. It always looks sort of off to me, so I never really loved any of the Nolan figures that came from that movie. So once this was announced that they started with this, I know people were kind of tired of seeing Joker stuff at the time, but I was like kind of hyped because it was cool to be able to go all in on their first figure being this character. So
Absolutely, yeah. And for me, you know, I was kind of on the fence. I love the Dark Knight trilogy, but in terms of the rooted, because it costs so much, I'm like, I have no familiarity with rooted hair. It feels very dull-like. Gigi's shooting me daggers right here. I can see it. It felt kind of dull-like, so I'm like, I don't know that I need the rooted hair version. I've got the sculpted already. So at the end of the day, I'm going to end up with 3 of these bad boys. And so interested to see if the rooted is really that much better than the sculpted offering. But do you have any rooted hair figures at all, Eddie?
I have one now. Recently, I got started to get into 3-0 Game of Thrones. And
nice,
the
okay.
Sansa has like half rooted hair.
Okay.
So it's not as bad. And then like it's covered with the coat. So I don't even like, because the top is sculpted in the bottom half of her
It's kind of the
long
way
hair
to
is
do it,
rooted.
honestly.
I don't love rooted at all. Like normally I wouldn't get figures with rooted hair. Even if it was the only option, I still usually don't get those. So when I saw the rooted and how amazing they did, I was interested in trying it out because I have never liked it. Never thought it was cool. Adriana the same way. Like when I show her stuff that has rooted hair, usually she's like, it doesn't.
It's a
look
Barbie,
as
right,
good."
Adriana?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hate Barbies.
So I was definitely interested in it. The sculpted looks really good too, but I was happy to see it done in a way that made it look good for once, you know.
There you go. Yeah, I think this is kind of the ultimate way of them doing it. So we're going to find out right now. We will stop teasing everyone and let me get to the chat. And then, Eddie, if you want to get prepped, and I can pull in the cam whenever you're ready to go. So in the chat, we've got Tukathri, sub gentleman. Hey, Tuk, thank you for joining. We've got Lane Kramer in the house. Hey, y'all. Hey, Lane, thank you for being in here. We've got the legend, Equan. Damn, this is definitely an Eddie week. I know Eddie came full out of retirement, and you love to see it. Back in the 1/6 game as well. We got El Profi in the house. Yo, everyone. Congrats on the pickup, fellas. Profi, thank you for joining. Hopefully yours is coming soon. Sounded like Spec Fiction was starting to ship them. You're going to say something, Gigi?
No.
Okay. Tiria, sweet. Congrats on the set. Hey, thank you, Tiria. Thank you for being in here. We got the talented Renz Tolentino in the house. Good morning, everyone. Renz, thank you for joining. We got Jose Hernandez, who I'm pretty sure I blocked because he said he was a Chargers fan, so it's pretty gross. But hi, everyone. Working right now, but I'll catch on replay, even if me and Marco aren't friends anymore. Yeah, see, he gets it. I let him know where he stands. So thank you for joining and catching on the replay, Jose. Absolute Irwin in the house. Money and Marco. Gigi and Adriana. Yeah, Money and Marco. I like that. Actually, that should be the name of a new morning show. We gotta make.
We've been trying to get Adriana on with Gigi.
God, get over
It's
it.
been like years since.
It's been
It has.
1 year.
I feel like since Marco,
Disney was
since
just
we
last
started
year.
talking
It's
to
been
Marco.
1 year.
No, before that, I feel like me and
Okay,
Marco
well,
were
you
talking
only
about before
mentioned
Disney.
right before Disney last year. So that
No, but
I wasn't
it does
part
feel
of
like it's been a ways in the or a while in the works. So
Speak for
we're glad to
yourself.
have you.
Adriana and I talk all the time.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
That is
Yeah.
That's right. We just know, yeah, Gigi was the one laying the groundwork. So Eddie and I couldn't get it done. We had to send in the special
The
weapon.
long game.
That's right. A long So we got FPJ in the house. What's good, everyone? Thank you for joining. Let's see. Equan is saying, I remember when the wife was hitting the books hard. It was sweats, leg hair, and messed up hair every day. Oh, I see what he's saying. The look, yeah. It was we don't get a lot of dress up days, but hopefully, Gigi's birthday is this week, so we might be going and celebrating sometime this week. So, Let's see, Danny Lee. What's up, everyone? Hey, Danny, thank you for being
Danny.
in here. El Profi is saying busted. I don't know what he got busted on, but there's a lot of things he could get busted on. Equan, you look so happy in the picture next to the InOx part. InOx.
Oh.
Jesus, I cannot speak today. InArt box, though, kind of. Yeah, so the picture I posted on social media of Gigi next to the box, she was at her
Right
peak
after,
annoyance. Yeah. I was like,
it
I
was
got to
right
capture
after.
this. I got to capture this face because, yeah. Let's see. A live stream ain't a live stream without King Dingaling. What's up, guys? Hey, King Dingaling, thank you for being in here. Let's see who else we got in the house. I think I'm just about caught up right here. And we've got Triple G Comics in the house. Hi, all. Hey, Triple G, thank you for joining. So, Eddie, I'm going to add this camera to the stream. I'm actually going to make this one the largest one. So let's see how I do that here.
I don't know. Or do if you could keep us in the bottom
Yeah.
squares and, that would
I think that's what I'm going to try to do. So let's see. I'm a rookie when it comes to this stuff, but let's see. Let's put this one there. And I'm going to start unboxing my stuff over here as well. So yeah, looking forward to it. I'm probably going to go straight to the sculpts, honestly.
You already got it ready to go? You didn't even you got it out
No,
of the
he
box and everything?
No, I haven't. So I have no
Wow.
idea what the
Let me carry
go ahead,
this
Gigi.
stream
Yeah,
like
do
I
it.
tend to do. Adrian, I
Okay.
have a question. Okay, so Eddie mentioned that you don't really know or until the figure gets there. I feel like that's almost in a way better because you don't have to. God, that sounds awful.
Go ahead.
You don't have to hear about this freaking figure for 1,000 years, right? Right? Is that how it goes or no?
I mean, he still mentions some stuff.
Oh,
Like he'll drop oh, I have that on pre-order because he'll be watching streams
She
and I'll
doesn't
sit with him.
She doesn't really
I
care
don't
about it.
remember, but he'll mention sometimes I
Okay.
have this on pre-order or I want this,
Okay.
but it's not like a constant in
Okay.
my ear.
Yeah. Maybe
Oh,
ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is
That's
bliss.
just
So this is the
100%.
movie ticket, yeah, Eddie?
Yeah.
All right.
So
So
this is
seeing-
the envelope that comes on top of the styrofoam when you unbox the
You guys can't talk
Or-
this morning, huh?
lift open
we
the
can't
box
talk
flap.
normally, honestly.
But
so.
this is really
That's
the
true.
coolest thing I think that comes with the figure, other than the figure itself, is this little
There
ticket.
you
Like
go.
I don't know if I'll display this, but it's still pretty cool.
So I will say for the sculpted version, I unboxed that myself, and then I just showed Gigi the figure on stream later on. So she hasn't really seen all the little things it comes with. I'm gonna go on mute really quick so I can undo these Velcro straps because this is gonna be too much ASMR. So give me 1 second here.
Too much ASMR.
You're definitely way more involved in Marco's channel, Gigi. So you hear about stuff a lot, probably boringly so, that you don't want to hear about. But
Way more than she wants to hear. You're right,
Adriana,
Eddie.
she won't hear about it unless I'm like, oh, I got this figure coming.
That's
If
not
I
true.
if I have it if I have YouTube on TV and I'll be like,
I would like
checking
a little
something
bit
out.
more credit. I used to tune into the streams when you streamed.
Yeah, how dare you, Eddie? Boo that man. Boo that man.
Eddie's like, I instantly regret this.
she has okay, but for context, she has no idea what we're getting into today, and so before the
Girl,
stream started,
same.
before the stream started, I told her this is gonna be, I think, your favorite figure that I've ever got.
Oh, really?
That's how
Okay.
good the
Okay.
quality is.
Wow.
So Adriana,
That's-
I meant to ask you this question, but how do you feel about Batman, about Joker, about Heath Ledger? What's your connection to those characters?
I think I'm more familiar with the the Dark Knight, the Christian Bale movies and on. I watched Batman Forever. Don't kill me, guys, but
No, that's fine.
Watch Batman?
It's
yeah,
cool to be a
once I started
cash.
dating you.
Adriana, I asked Marco, is that still Batman when he came out of the cave?
Yeah.
But I like the movies. Obviously, Ben Affleck, I like him.
But specifically, this is the Joker from
I
Nolan,
love Heath
so
Ledger though.
that's what
Period.
this is.
So
Okay.
I'm excited for this one actually. So rooted hair, I'm not a fan of, but we'll see what they did.
Yeah, this is supposed to be like the premium version of doing rooted hair. So it's sheep's wool, I think, is the material they use. I'm a total cash when it comes to it.
The instructions are like blueprints. That's cool. I don't think anybody's really shown the instruction, but it kind of looks like blueprints.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I first noticed. That's very cool.
I will say, so we did an unboxing with Cuervo of his sculpted single pack, and so he was kind of flipping through some of this stuff. And yeah, that's a pretty cool offering of what they. So Eddie, let me ask: do you have any Queen Studio statues at all already in hand? I know you're planning on maybe getting others, but
I have nothing from Queen Studios. I have stuff on the way. I have a Captain America statue that's being paid off. That'll be from Queen.
know about it.
That's my only Queen statue I think I have on order right now.
did Adriana say I didn't know about it?
Yeah.
I probably told her at some point, but
No, he didn't.
the same way
If-
I don't
if-
remember the plans, she doesn't remember what I'm talking
That's
about.
not true. I actually retain a lot of information.
Okay.
Oh man, see Eddie's like, all right, instant regret.
This is
here.
where relationships come to end.
We do. We like to stir the pot here. Misery loves company,
Yes,
so we
it's
just like
true.
to bring everyone into our world here. So, so do you have to lift the styrofoam out of the box, Eddie? Is that kind of? The
I hope
setup?
not, because I do
Yeah.
not have room to do all that right now.
All right, yeah. I'm
Sorry,
like,
guys.
I'm kind of running into a block here. So let's see if I could do this. Like,
I
I
don't
will
even have
say the
space.
paper is very nice.
Very
I
nice.
don't see the purpose for that, but it's very fancy. And
Very glossy, high quality.
yeah, it makes me a little bit uncomfortable touching it, but
wow, uncomfortable
okay.
touching it.
it's like so soft.
That's what she said.
Okay, this is the description of the movable joints of the articulated body. I'm going to read this quickly. Movable shoulder bidirectional joint. Movable elbow joint. Movable elbow joint. 360 movable thoracic and abdominal joint. Okay. 360 movable hip and waist joint. Same. It's kind of funny because it kind of looks like they're exercising.
Like you're doing
Look at that
stretches or
one.
something.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Pilates.
all right.
Okay, I
Oh
got
my.
the first
Here.
level
You got a
uncovered
little
here,
chub
so-
there or what?
So Gigi's asking if I got a little bit excited by this. So finally got the first sculpt out, and yeah, it's incredible.
Which
so I'm
one
gonna hand
is
this
that?
over. I think this is the. Let me see.
Was it on the left or the right of the box?
It was on the right hand side. So if you're looking at where
Okay.
yeah.
We'll take a look at the same one.
Why does it have that thing in the back of its head?
So that's to keep it in place.
Oh.
Oh, so the
So I will-
plane. Holy
Oh,
shit.
gotcha.
I like this casing that it comes in.
I was gonna say I'm more impressed by the casing. Like I would display it just like this.
So,
This is
so
the
Eddie,
one
what
you're
do you?
looking at, right? The non-smirk?
Yeah, that's the one right there, the non-spurk. So I think that's the same one that comes with the sculpted hair version.
And then that's what Gigi was asking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Eddie, I guess we'll start with your thoughts, and then we'll go to Adriana, and then to Gigi about like what do you after all the hype, is it living up to what you've heard about this?
Dude, it's like mini Heath Ledger in your hand, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Adriana, what do you think?
It's spot on, man. The likeness is there, definitely.
Oh, and Eddie he busted it open. Okay.
Yeah,
I like
dude,
it.
you gotta.
All right, I like it.
This is the rooted.
Yeah, you can touch it. It's okay. I'm not gonna get mad.
Well, I don't know, man.
So, animal style, everything to say. Marco, don't let Gigi have too much coffee. She's gonna go after you harder than Friday nights. Oh my
Oh,
god, yeah,
man, that was
LWO,
pretty hard.
yikes. So I haven't gotten that far into the LWO. I just started getting roasted, and then I had to stop the stream. So excited to hear how badly I got toasted on that. Did you open the jar from the bottom or the top?
The top. So I removed the lid and then you kind of twist off the jar.
Twist off the jar.
Sorry
from that.
guys, this is hard to find like the right placement of the figure here.
I see. Okay.
But holy crap, dude, this is insane.
That's
That's Heath Ledger in your hand right there. The hair is like, it's rooted, but it's like super, it feels like they put hair gel or like, everybody
Right.
says it's probably hairspray, but like it's very stiff. Like it does come perfect. And then like in the box, it has that little piece so it doesn't rattle around, that little styrofoam piece to keep it in the jar, not rattling around. And even that, like you can't really tell that it was right there. So it indented it a little bit, but you just push it down with your finger and it's good to go.
It's pretty good there, huh? Yeah, mine's got a little bit more of an indent that I would love, but I know that that back panel pops off. So, my God, I can really not speak. Will say one of the worries has been that people have gotten the sculpt has kind of come out of this packaging. So I don't know if this little rubber piece was always part of it or what, but it seems like it, at least for this one, made it in transit perfectly for me.
Okay, we're pulling out the other one too, the smirk. So
Okay, perfect. So Gigi, what are your? Sorry, Adriana, you already went. Yeah, you already said that it looks like a shrunken down Heath Ledger. Gigi, what do you think compared to the sculpted? You see any benefit in having this one?
Well, it does have some like white residue kind of off of the face.
Mm-hmm.
It has some white residue on the hair.
I think that's the point, because it's kind of like war paint that he puts on.
Yeah.
You're saying bleeding from the face to the hair, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's less, I guess, like I'm gonna be honest. I can't really tell the difference between this and the other one. Other than like some small differences. But if I'm looking at it from far away, I feel like this one just has a little bit less white paint on its face.
Okay. All right, Gigi. Gigi has weighed in, and she didn't disappoint, just like the Joker would say. All right, so I'm going to give you the smirking one now. So what do you think of the smirking one compared to the normal one, Eddie?
I like the smirk more, kind of. I like the emotion.
Yeah.
Well,
see
I like this one more.
they're kind of the same. One.
This one, like the cheek is lifted higher. You could see it on the cheekbone.
They're both amazing. It's not that much of a difference, but I wish the smirk was more of like a
Smile.
yeah, like a different emotion. It more looks like he's like meh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the emotion is more like
Yeah.
meh, like I don't really care what's going on here.
Yeah.
And I
will
wish
say
it was more like teasing kind of a smirk, like that's what I think about it. Like it looks more like a whatever.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Eddie. And I will say that the differences between the two sculpts are not as great as I initially had hoped. Like
They're very similar, huh?
They're very, very
It
Oh
similar.
looks
yeah,
like
it's
his-
like a yeah.
It just
Right.
looks like he's got his lip up on one side
Yeah,
in one of
yeah.
them.
I guess you could tell. You could say the eyes are like scrunched up a little bit more too with the smirk, but you have to like really look at it, like right in between the fur of the eyebrows. You'll see it,
Yeah.
but it's very similar though.
Yeah. So to justify the price point for the two figures that they charge, I guess we're going to find out with the bodies and the jail cell diorama. But
Actually,
yeah. So I will say there is a tutorial online on how to futz with the hair. I think you add a little bit of water and you use a small paintbrush to get the hair down. I may have to do it. Mine seems a little bit frazzled. Now that could be screen accurate, but I feel like I might want to futz with my hair just a little bit because it's looking a little bit
really
not
hard
great.
to get off the. You gotta pull really hard to get it off of the stand. I don't know if Marco's gonna do that or not, but
Yeah, I might wait till do that off camera because I'm afraid about damaging my. Because I know putting them on the body as well is pretty difficult. So.
okay,
Yeah,
I'm
so-
going all in. So
Okay,
I
all right,
wanted
do
to-
it, man.
I
Do
wanted
it.
to pull off this. Oh wow, this is like
What you wanted
so
to pull
this-
what off?
this.
Oh, that back part.
So
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
like super stuck because of the hairspray. But anyway, I didn't
Okay.
break it, guys.
Yeah.
You have to pull.
And that's
off
how
that
you
back
access the
piece
joystick,
to get to the root or the rolling eyes feature, but you can see there's a little peg back there with magnets, and it allows you. See if I can get it good on camera. Oh, I don't know. It's hard to fucking position. All right. So
And this is the non-smirking
eyes?
one, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't. You can't really tell because I'm moving a lot, but
So don't move.
it's hard. It's hard to do this.
Yeah, it's a little stiff. I feel like so when you
look.
Oh,
point
I
it
see
up
it.
like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
makes
yeah,
it
yeah,
look
yeah.
most like Heath Ledger when it's like to the top of his skull.
Like
It
that.
feels like
That's
the
a
most.
good look right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when
I like
he's
that a
waiting
lot.
for the gun or for
It's
the
like
when he's
intimidating.
gonna get ran over by the bat pot.
There you go. I want you to do it.
Yeah, that's a good one right there.
Really quickly, let me check in with the chat. So Jerry's in the house saying, "What's up, everyone? Just paid my invoice from Spec, so hope to finally have mine soon. Congratulations! Thank you for joining. That's exciting. So it seems like the final batches are really rolling out. Cuervo in the house. Hey, all. In line for free comic book day with the kiddos. Catch the replay later. Hey, Cuervo, that's an awesome thing to do with the fam. Go ahead, Eddie, if you've got additional thoughts. Sorry to cut you
No,
off there.
you're good. Go
Equan saying, this makes me wonder how big the Gandalf jar is going to be with his long hair and beard. Yeah, that's going to be a challenge for them to ship, honestly. So, Cuervo saying, Eddie is lost, definitely back. All right, I don't completely understand what that means, but Eddie is back for sure. Yeah, so he is back now. Profi saying, too much indent, return it, Marco. Yeah, just like the box that was dented for NECA, we got to boycott InArt now. And
Oh my god, the NECA
no,
box.
I think the hair could be futzed pretty easily. So, Profi saying, can Gigi confirm if she collected tax for this Joker? Yeah, so half of the tax is paid, and I will need to pay the remainder of the tax. So the tax will be collected. It stung, but I will say my strategy was, I requested the invoice from 1/6 Kit a while ago. I did PayPal Pay in 4, so now the Joker's paid off. So it kind of feels like the best tool. It keeps you honest. It kind of like spreads out the pain a little bit. Yeah. It's a good one to use. But let's see. Profi is saying, and that's why Marco was late for LWO. Oh yeah, maybe because I was getting chewed out by Gigi.
Yeah.
No, we had a 4-hour dinner. It was crazy. There was a lot of gossip going around, so it was a good time. But bummed I was so late. Tuka saying that's okay, Gigi. She's face blind anyways. It's true. Let's see. Let me just catch up really quick. Tremble Dust in the house. It was a thorough tax at El Profi. Shakti can still sit still. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to catch up on El Profi.
Oh, that's right. It was
so Gigi's over here comparing the rooted to the sculpted version, and she's gonna tell us her thoughts really quickly. Baby boy in the house. Happy Sunday, y'all. Huge congrats to Gigi. Yeah, Gigi has finally added the grail she's always wanted. So, Joe Nava's in the house saying, I'm sure Marco was a little sore after Friday night. Yeah. Let's see. Profi is saying, don't say pig in front of Marco. PTSD is real. Wow. All right, now I know what y'all roasted me on, so I don't even have to watch the stream at this point. So, Cuervo, let's check to make sure his Joker isn't all muddy. Yeah, I'm going to... see, I don't even understand that reference yet. So, 1/6 focus. Both are non-smirking, no.
It almost seems that way.
So I know his came, and both were the same. But no, I did actually get the smirking. So the smirking one is there. It's going to be extremely washed out here, but yes, we got the smirking sculpt there.
Definitely.
So. It's definitely smirking. But it is the hair is very frazzled, very very frazzled. So I might have to futz mine a little bit.
And when you pull the back piece out to mess with the rolling eyes, like it's super stuck to the hair. You gotta it's scary because you gotta pull the hair apart because all the like hairspray that's in it. So
it's a little nerve wracking for an expensive figure.
We got John. Hair is messed up a lot in the movie anyway, so if it's a little
I think it definitely
not a huge
it definitely fits with the character. We got John, the everyday collector in the house. Congrats, Marco. Hey, John, thank you for joining. Tremble Dust is saying congrats on the fig again, Marco. Hey, appreciate that, Tremble Dust. He's saying one day I will get mine. Yeah, it seems like they're all rolling out, like I was saying. So. John is saying, are you happy with the rooted? So I'm going to just keep it 100% honest here because that's what we do on this channel. So I have the sculpted. I still do feel like the sculpted is more of my jam. Like I just like the action figures with the sculpted hair a bit more. Now, we've got pretty dim lighting in here. I'll mess with it a bit more. I'll put it on the actual figure. But I feel like the sculpted hair is just kind of, just a little bit closer to what I collect and more in line with my figures, but that could change over time. But that's just kind of the gut reaction there. So 1/6 focus saying Eddie's got 2 sculpts, the same non-smirking. Yeah, can you verify?
No, it's smirking. It's just
so the one on the right.
So this is the non-smirking. This is the smirk. You see the corner of the mouth? You could see it. It's like his mouth is tilted on this one. His mouth is tilted up on the left-hand side for him, right-hand side of the screen, but yeah, it's definitely different. It's just, it's not a stark difference. It's just a subtle little mouth twerk or whatever,
Mouth twerk. So the reason Focus brings that up is because he got 2 of the same sculpt, and I think one of his was also damaged. So
yeah, I just watched his review when I found out this one was shipping. I checked his out. Yeah, he had a couple issues, huh?
Yeah, he did. So definitely go watch his review. If I didn't list him amongst those content creators, definitely go watch his video. FBJ saying they look great. Yeah, it's a beautiful set. So Gigi, go ahead. Say what you're going to say about the sculpted versus these 2 rooted that came in.
Okay. I mean, they do look really good. I mean, don't get me wrong. The smirk, like, yeah, it's a slight smirk. I do like the rolling eyes. Sorry, it's about to fall.
Oh my! I was like,
The smirking one does have like a little bit more paint on the eyes.
yeah, the war paint's a bit different. Everything's a bit more smudged and stuff because
Yeah.
he's obviously gone through a bit more by that point in the film.
Yeah.
Let me see the black on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. And the white paint is less prominent than on the sculpted one.
The sculpted version. What do you mean by the white paint is less prominent? Like in the hair, it's less prominent.
No, on the figure itself.
Oh, I
like
see.
that one's more. Yeah.
It's not as
That one's
white.
got a more white face.
White,
Oh, interesting. Okay. It's
Um,
interesting. It might also be because it's under very stark lighting, like it's very direct lighting. So we'll have to compare them.
Is this your
Part of-
review or my review?
Wow. Okay. Shut me down. All right. Go for it.
Okay, so those are kind of the differences that does that one, the sculpted hair, does that have rolling eyes as well?
It does. Yeah. So it's got a little panel in the back as well.
Okay, well, a freaking sucker's born every day.
Wow.
But no, they look really good. But yeah, I don't know that I would get, two of these other
Yeah.
ones.
And I will say that's a common complaint. I need to stop saying I will say. That is a common complaint when the figure was first announced. People were like, why are you making me buy two rooted hair versions? Can I just buy a single rooted hair? They definitely blocked it behind a paywall, which is probably smart business because they sold a lot of them. And they kind of got folks to, with that progressive seduction, like, well, if I'm already paying this, then I might as well just pay the, $1,000 to get the...
Let me ask you guys this then. Does one look more realistic than the other? Like, you say you don't mind having the sculpted. Does the rooted look... Is there more realism on the rooted one than the sculpted?
I mean, I would say yes, just based on the hair alone, right?
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, because the sculpted and rooted is quite a bit of money difference.
Yeah.
In your opinion, is it okay to save the money and go with the sculpted and still have as much realism, like still enjoy it as much?
To me, I don't know that like the delta, because it's what, like almost an $800 difference. You're obviously getting two figures, and a jail cell diorama.
Yeah.
I think that the sculpted would probably be fine for most folks. I think that's
So-
unless you're like a huge Joker fan, which I am, and a big Dark Knight fan, it's hard to justify the price. Honestly, that's just my
Adriana doesn't
gut
know
reaction.
the prices.
Uh-oh. All right.
Girl, let me tell you.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, like, go ahead. Like, what is the? I don't remember what the single sculpted price was, but
So that
the
was, like,
rooted
roughly-
2-pack
Yeah.
on 1/6 kit after shipping, I paid $1,096 for this whole set after ship to my door. $1,096. So
Tremble Dust said, "Tell her."
yeah. So what was the sculpted? I don't remember.
So
the
it was
difference.
$350, but again, that's just one figure with the coat, and it doesn't come with. So we're gonna get to the
One,
other things.
Adriana, it was only one.
There's only one, so
So,
and yeah,
$700 is
So,
worth it for
So
the
we're
second
clear.
one.
Marco bought 3. Just-
Yes.
if
Adriana,
anything, I'm the
girl,
villain here.
I
Oh
only
my
got
God.
2.
Gigi, you have it right.
I was like, I'm sorry, what? And I will say this. Obviously, I'm not a collector, so, and obviously I don't care what anybody does except for Marco. But I would just, if this is like the big thing, I would probably like display this, like just the severed heads on my desk.
Oh my god!
Wow.
You're
Like-
crazy.
like Sid
that was
from
like
Toy
very,
Story.
that was very sinister.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean,
And so Jerry is making a clarification. So there was a middle ground option where you could get everything that the sculpted the rooted 2-pack comes with, but it was just 2 sculpted sculpts. So that one was $600.
sorry, say that again?
So everything, like the jail cell diorama, everything else that you get with this figure, there's a $600 version, and it came with everything, but the sculpts were sculpted.
The hair.
The hair was
Okay.
I have,
sculpted.
like,
So it's this exact one that we're looking at?
This
with
exact
that
one.
other head that you have on the other.
There you go. And so this one, the big difference is the rooting, right?
Yeah,
And
that's
so the rooting
the
process.
you're paying $400 more to have that doll hair.
Yeah.
But
talking dollar
Yeah.
amounts right now.
dude, I think it's worth it. If your whole thing is realism, like
yeah.
I don't like rooted hair and this looks amazing. I'm
does.
not saying
It does.
the sculpted
Yeah, it looks
doesn't,
really good.
but it looks sick.
And Eddie, I will say for the character, like you talked about, even if he has frizzy hair, it still fits it. I feel like I'll have less anxiety about this rooted hair than, like, for instance, the Aragorn. I know Tukathri was saying he's excited for that one. If that one gets out of place, it might look a little funky. This one could be a little, frazzled, and it's like, it's the Joker.
Yeah.
So Absolute Irwin is saying one of the 3 Jokers is now going in Gigi's office, apparently with the head disconnected from the body. So Late Bloomer is saying, I'm late. LOL, what up, y'all? Thank you for joining. We got the legend Danny Lee. Can I see the sculpted next to the rooted? Danny, I'll have to post pictures on our social media because I'm afraid to have too many moving parts here. So go on to Instagram after this, and we'll put them side by side. Tremble Dust is saying, to be fair, the custom rooted hair sculpts are not cheap. Yeah, that's really been the point, right? If you were going to order from a smaller batch of a customizer and try to get this type of rooting, it would be very expensive. It'd probably be the same cost for the entire figure set. So there is that.
So you're saying we got a deal?
This was a hell of a deal.
We
Honestly,
did get a deal.
Yeah.
Because
Eddie,
a lot of
he
people
got
have bought
3.
I have
Well,
a question.
Marco is extra, dude.
I know we're probably gonna get into it, but the bodies, are they identical?
No, yes, but they're different. Because one comes with a coat and one comes without the coat. It's different scenes in the movie.
We can
We'll
get
take
into
a
the
look
bodies
at
right
them.
now if you want to.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at it.
So what are we gonna do first? Jacket?
Maybe the one without the jacket first.
Okay, without the jacket.
That's a really good question, Adriana. You're a pro. We got to get you on more of these,
Yeah,
honestly.
she's ready to go.
And so I will say another big selling point. That's
I know. Yes. Yes.
So another big selling point of this one was the seamless forearms, right? So normally with like a Hot Toys, you would have the wrist peg that you would see. Now this one comes with fully seamless, and it's supposed to be a lot more realistic. All right, Gigi, what do you think of that one? So this is the one without the coat, obviously.
Wait, there are 2 bodies?
There are 2
Yeah.
bodies, yes.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh,
Okay,
now
now
it's a deal.
now it's
Now
a deal.
it's a damn deal.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure, but I was like, if the bodies are identical and only the head sculpt, now I can't talk. Thanks, guys. Only the head
contagious.
sculpt is different. I'm like,
It does have a distinct smell. Just like chemicals,
why are you smelling it?
because Gigi said it smells weird, so I
How
had
did
to.
it?
No, I was
Now-
asking
now-
Gigi.
Oh,
Not everybody's
it's part
got
of my
smell.
brand.
Oh yeah, it has a definite chemically smell to it. Let's see. FPJ is saying a decent custom rooted head is about at least $500. Yeah, so it's a hell of a deal
Yeah, I see that.
to be mass produced.
Sorry.
Go
The
ahead.
outfit that this one is wearing is the same outfit as the sculpted.
Yes.
Theoretically,
the outfit,
it just doesn't have. So there's 2 jackets. There's the
gray
gray jacket that he kind of wears at the beginning of the film for the bank robber scene, and then over that he's got.
I'm
the
just gonna
purple
pull
coat.
the other one out at the
There
same
you
time.
go. There you
so
go,
that
Eddie.
way,
So
people, Adriana's not confused.
So this is theoretically the same exact thing, minus missing a few parts. And then let me pull out the other body.
Okay. For everyone in the chat, yes, it does pass the smell test.
The smell test. How about the nalga test?
It's kind of flat.
It has it has an okay.
And okay, wow.
It's not.
The only difference is
We
this
got a
one
faulty
has.
one, the Gigi, because I'm not seeing it.
Wow. It's judging. This is the difference. These two jackets. So it's the same one. If you take
wanna
that
see
off,
this one?
see, it's the same figure. It's
I
This
see.
is a different look.
Wait.
So Absolute Urban is asking, how about
I'm
the tailor?
sorry.
Go ahead, Gigi.
One more time.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Literally, if you take these 2 things off, you get
So
this
this-
body.
Right.
Yeah.
This purple jacket and this gray jacket are the difference.
So you
But
could've
it's
just
meant
Otherwise,
to
underneath-
it's meant to represent a different scene.
It's the same.
So you put him with the jail cell diorama, normally sitting down.
Oh yeah. My question. Sorry.
Yeah.
My question was: it's the same outfit as the sculpted one.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Yes, this one is. This particular one is. So Absolute Irwin is asking, how about the tailoring? What's your take on it? Eddie and Adriana, I'll start with you all. What do you feel about the tailoring on the body?
You know, it's really good. It's really, really good. I'm not a huge stickler for like I don't, half the time I don't notice like the stitching and all that. Like usually they look good. This one is very, what I'll say is very form fitting and very like, it's almost perfect. Like when you get down to this scale, the fabric will sit different and like it'll look like a doll suit, but like this looks really, really good. The tie looks really good. Like a lot of times with ties, like it'll be tied and the knot will be big and it kind of looks like goofy. This one is tied super, super tight and it looks really like realistic. So
another point on that. Sorry, Eddie. Another point on that is I think they recommend getting tweezers to pull the tie down to then get the sculpt on the body, right? That was one of the hacks that I saw, because it could be like a pain in the ass to get the get the head on the body. And so you kind of got to take that tie down because it's tied so perfectly. You can see Gigi over here just making all those little comparisons. It's the same exact body, Gigi. Appreciate you verifying, but it's the same exact body.
So as far as the tailoring, you can see like the stitching in the...
You could see the detail, and that makes it
on the
worth it.
The whatever collar
so it looks premium to you, Adriana?
I mean, for yes. You could look. People appreciate these tiny little details, especially with the price point that you're paying for this. So, yeah, I do appreciate it. It's very, like Eddie said, form-fitting. It doesn't look like loose and weird on it. So you can tell what the figure is actually going to be.
Let me see the other one. I want to compare them.
And so we got Calvin in the house, the low-key collector, saying, not often am I a jealous or envious individual. Today is not the case. Happy for you guys, though. Hey, Calvin, come on down, bro. If you start driving now. Well, actually, Eddie's closer. You guys can get together. And
what I really like are the shoes. I feel like the shoes have a lot of detail. Like, they're very, like, painted well. Like, it looks really good. The sculpt and paint looks amazing. So
I like his socks.
And I think with the DX11, the last Hot Toys Joker 1/6 release, I think that it was like maybe pleather, because I've heard flaking on the shoes. So hopefully these will have a bit more longevity. And yeah, they're sculpted really nice. What do you think of them, Gigi, of the shoes?
Yeah, they look exactly like the other one.
Okay.
Yeah. The socks are the same. Everything is the same. I'm getting deja vu right now. I will say that the sculpted, and obviously maybe this will be different with each individual figure, but the sculpted coat, the purple coat, it has a little bit more weathering.
And I will probably chalk that up to all of these being handmade. So there's probably like variations amongst.
Thank you for mansplaining that. That's literally what I said. So anyway.
See how she gets, Adriana?
I literally said the same thing.
That's true. I know. What was I thinking?
I know.
What was I thinking?
My tripas are growling, Adriana. I
prioritized taking Pancake on a walk over feeding Gigi, and I should have made time for both. So Late Bloomer is asking, anybody else love opening your cases and getting hit with a wave of that fresh plastic smell? Okay, so to a call back to the She Said No podcast, is it weird? I love the smell of like plastic and leather, like that chemically smell. Like if I'm in a tire shop, oh my gosh, I could be in there for just days just smelling that. So is it weird? It probably is, cool. But Late Bloomer, you're not alone.
It also has that, I mean, it's the same feel, because the other sculpted figure also has like this, a little bit of like a metal thing. I mean, it's not metal, but whatever this is, you can kind of feel
wire
on the edge.
Oh yeah, wire. There you go.
Yeah, it has wiring in the to pose.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I was looking at the detail and the stitching of where the grenades sit. That kind of looks like a little skull right there. That's cool.
And that's what the sculpted one also looks like. I mean, if you put these bodies next to each other, they're the same, right?
Yeah, they're the same exact thing. So Eddie, I'm gonna try to get the jail cell diorama out. Is there a second tier on
it's below
in the box? Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm gonna have to.
Level.
Oh, you know what? Here, I'm gonna get this out first. The metal bench, which is under, it's under the circular diorama base.
It's heavy, and it's in the styrofoam pretty tight.
Wow, this is badass. Okay. See, now Gigi leaves for the best part. On
Shane's review, 1/6 figure focus, he was talking about this plastic a lot that everything comes wraps in. It's very nice, high quality plastic.
It is high quality.
Feels like
it doesn't
latex
look.
Gloves, kind of.
There you go. It doesn't look high quality. Like when you see it, you're like, this doesn't feel premium. But to the touch, it definitely feels that way.
Very nice.
Very nice.
I agree. This looks very. I would buy this.
So 2K3's asking, Marco, are you selling your Hot Toys Joker? It's redundant now. I actually don't have a DX11. I don't have a Hot Toys Joker. So maybe you're thinking of Ben Thomas. But yeah, these are my first Jokers. So really excited to add them.
These are his first three Jokers.
P Rockzilla, Eddie, while you're showing off that Joker, let's see a quick thigh shot. All right. We got a request for
my
the thighs.
thigh?
Yeah,
What
your thighs.
thigh
That's
specifically?
P Rock's thing,
He's
honestly.
wearing short shorts, guys.
Yeah.
wearing
Oh,
short shorts.
don't tease us, Adriana. You gotta just pivot that camera around a
I'm
little
pay
bit.
for those proxies.
Oh, there you go. That's part of a different
wow.
tier of
Why
subscription.
do you think he hasn't been streaming?
That's
He
right.
has an OnlyFans that he has
Wow.
to allot time for.
If you want to become part of the money team, you can.
Streaming, just not on here,
That's
guys.
Be like the Dos Equis guy.
So Iron King. So big question: is it worth over $1,000? I'm gonna go first because I think I'm the one that has the hottest take currently. I don't think it is. I think going with the double sculpted would have probably been the sweet spot. If I'm being 100% honest. Now, I've got the benefit of having all three, and so I could, maybe because I've already opened the other, I'm less impressed by this. But I don't feel that it was worth over $1,000. But Gigi, go ahead. What do you
I
think?
have a question.
Yeah.
Why would you said the $600 one?
Yeah.
Why would you want? Is it just the little accessories that you don't get with the other one and all of that, or?
Yeah, with the single version that I
Yeah.
have now. Yeah, you don't get this other one. You don't get this other sculpt. You don't get the other body. You don't get the other sculpt. You don't get the jail cell diorama.
Why would you
and
need two? Is my question, I guess.
It's different scenes. It represents different scenes. But Eddie, how about
But
you?
wait,
What do you? Oh,
sorry,
go ahead.
You're not
It's your
really.
show. It's
You're
your
not
show. I'm
really
just on
answering
here.
my question.
Yeah.
Why would you have to get the 600 sculpted instead of just the one?
Oh, just the individual. I think if you wanted to represent the different scenes, like we're talking,
The
you would
accessories,
get
that's what I
this.
said.
Yeah.
That's
There
what
you
I
go.
asked.
Yes, correct. I misunderstood your question.
Well, okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
So Eddie, what do you think? Is it worth over $1,000?
I feel like that's a hard question, man.
It is. It is.
So when this was originally announced, I was hyped for it, and I was like, "Oh, I want to get in with InArt at the beginning." Like
That was
'cause I
kind of the
wasn't
rhetoric,
around.
right? It's
yeah,
like
I wasn't around for the beginning of Hot Toys, so getting in at the beginning of this was kind of cool to me. And I would go back and forth. Like 1,000 is a lot. You can get a 1/3 Joker statue from Prime One for 1,000. I think this figure is better than that statue. So it's hard, really, like, because this Joker for 1,000, like, if you spend 1,000 on the DX11, or I don't know, the DX11 goes for a lot, right?
Yeah, I think Ben Thomas spent at least $1,000. Yep.
So this is way more worth it than that. So
It's
if
true.
you go by market value, this is worth it.
Yeah.
Would I have been okay with the Rooted for 600? I think that's the best bargain. This just adds that extra level of realism, so it's hard. Obviously, like, if you're being realistic and stuff, like, it's $1,000 for two toys. It's kind of silly, like, but if you're super into it, it is sick. It's way better than anything Hot Toys has. I say, like, I'm not ashamed at all to say that. Like, moving the figure, looking at everything, it's already 1,000 times better to me. So I'm fine with what I spent on it. I don't know. Adriana's gonna have the, like, she's gonna have the, who says civilian? Does Shane say civilian?
Yeah, Shane
or
says civilian.
She's gonna have the civilian take. So
That's right. So Adriana, what's your take on this overall in terms of the value of the $1,000?
look at how real it looks.
Let's say it. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not a big fan of rooted hair because I haven't seen one figure where I'm like, that looks amazing. This looks really good, in my opinion.
Look at that pose,
But
baby.
I'm also just a civilian.
Just like that,
I
just out of the
do
box.
like all the details on like the clothing, the stitching, and everything. It kind of bugs me that this one is pretty much the same outfit. The only thing is, it's like the jacket is the difference. But wait, I'm a civilian.
This is Gigi as the
Couldn't
Joker.
they have just included the jacket?
Okay, Adriana, that's a great point because I was thinking, yes, they could have just given you the jacket
And
figure.
give you the two sculpts.
Yeah, and give
then
you the
you
two
can-
sculpts, and then here's what would have made it worth 1,000. They give you the opening scene the
bank robber.
Joker.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
If they would have done that, because she's right, it's just the jacket, the two
It's the only
jackets.
difference.
They'll give you the two jackets and then allow you to do the bank robber scene.
Yep.
That would have been fucking incredible.
Yeah, this kind of throws it off for me that it's basically the same outfit. It's just a jacket over it. If
Yeah,
it was a different outfit, or just include the jacket, one body, and the two sculpts.
But also,
I mean, you're getting less, but then the price point would have been over $1,000.
what you guys
my opinion.
aren't thinking of either, though, like half the time when we get two sculpts with a figure, the other one sits in the box or sits wherever you keep your accessories. At least when you get, even if it's the same, you get two bodies. Now you could utilize both those head sculpts without having to throw
It's
it
true.
in a bin or whatever, you know.
It's the compromise, because I think the reason why they didn't give us that bank robber is because they're probably going to do one of those in the future. They're going to utilize the R&D they've done, right? And they're gonna,
I was
okay, well,
already
here's
thinking like, I don't know how different the bank robber scene is, like how different the suit is. I know he has that gray jacket. Is it the same gray jacket and suit that's under this suit?
I think it's the same gray jacket. I don't know that he has a suit under. I've looked into this a bit. I think it's different pants as well. So
Oh, damn.
I did buy a $20 Joker mask from the beginning that I do want to pose one of these with. At least just throw it there. Like, I know it's not screen accurate. Some people may have a fit over that, but for me, yeah, I'd love to have that representation. And the shotgun, he doesn't come with that. So,
Yeah,
you know, you could always have Zach's Wonderland print a shotgun and
that's true.
yeah. So okay. So Adriana, you're thinking it's decent value for what you get, but they could have
Yeah.
made the package a bit more appealing.
Yeah, I mean, I like the likeness of the sculpt, obviously. It's like a shrunken Heath Ledger. I do like that. I appreciate that. But it's just the outfits. It's like just one has a jacket over it. I get it. You know, they include all the accessories and you're going to have two scenes side by side from the movie.
Yeah.
That's really cool. It's just...
Pulling out the base. Sorry, you guys
Makes
keep
sense.
talking.
No,
Way to
no,
cut
go
me
for
off
it.
there, my guy.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't say shit. Keep talking.
No, but overall, I think it's good. You know, I would be upset if he spent this much money and it didn't even look like Heath Ledger. I'd be like, who the fuck is that? Because I have told him that before, and I'm like,
Okay,
why?
What about, you've seen the statues? Those statues aren't $1,000 statues, but do you think it's better to spend $1,000 on something like that than on these?
You mean like your Thor statues that are up there?
Yeah, those aren't $1,000 statues, but yeah, like, would you think spending $1,000 is more worth it than these two bodies? All you get with this, is it more worth it to buy that or these?
I like these because they're smaller, but I appreciate statues more, I think.
Yeah, I think Gigi's like, go for a statue is what she would say. She's
Yeah.
like, go big and get something that like really pronounced.
Look at that.
Okay, so Calvin is asking, how are the magnets? So,
Yeah.
Okay. I
so
take it
Eddie, is the
back.
magnet pretty good there?
Dude, I mean, I have my hand under the, I'll do it on this one because it's easier to see, but look.
That's pretty good.
And look at, like, I'm not touching the body, and he's standing on his own, like, straight up and down on it, so I
So
like
you'll
it
need
already.
Those, like, nut huggers for it then, right?
Nut
Nut
huggers, yeah.
huggers. Who said, someone
Crotch,
said that on
crotch
the
grabber.
stream. Yeah,
A nutter.
yeah, you don't need the crotch grabber.
So I will say, some folks have had issues with it tipping over, and the speculation has been because the shoe is kind of awkwardly shaped. You just got to make sure that the back of the heel is flat on there. I haven't had any issues, knock on wood, with my guy. He's been, kind of in a tilted pose, and because the feet are flat, it's been good.
First impressions for me, I don't see how it would fall over at all. Like, the ankles are super sturdy. Like, messing with the ankles, they don't feel like easily that they'll tip. And, like, I mean, I'm more dangerous with my stuff, but I'm moving it around. It doesn't feel like it's gonna, and it was pretty easy to get the shoes flat. So, I don't know. I feel like some of that is user error.
You're also
Yeah,
not
could be,
scared to
could be.
fuck around with the figures, though.
Yeah, I'm a little
And then you
more
break 'em.
dangerous. I like to
But-
live on the edge.
That's how I
He
am
makes
too.
me
Like, I don't
nervous,
use.
Dude, he'll be opening some stuff, and, like, he doesn't have the softest grip, so sometimes he's taking shit out, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, you just spent hundreds of dollars on this thing, and he's just like...
Just
I'm like,
It's
manhandling
made to
it.
be
Yeah.
played with, dude. It's
It is true. There's a middle ground somewhere, but you're right. You got to enjoy the toys a little bit. I push them just a bit, but not too much because they are art pieces for me. So Gigi, I want to get your thoughts on how do you feel about the premiumness of this seat?
I do like it. It looks like a small Restoration Hardware
Wow. Okay.
little
Very
bench.
bougie.
It does have that curve here, so like it's been fucked up, but As a company, I see why they would give you two of the exact same bodies, right? That makes financial sense to me as a company.
Yeah.
As a consumer, I'm gonna see how Marco's gonna display his 3 Jokers, because I think that's a little bit overkill. I don't think I mean, that thought hasn't changed. Like, I didn't understand why he did it then. I don't understand why he did it now. Like, especially because the body is the same. Like, the jacket, the gray jacket, like, that's what I was like, okay, well, whatever. I wonder if any company will ever, well, I guess would that be more of a personalized, but just like the heads and what the financial would look like if they just sold the heads, because
just
people already
sold
have the body.
head by themselves. Yeah, they could theoretically, but if they're getting you on a $1,100 package already, then
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Financially, as a company, I see why they would just give you 2 of the same bodies and not just one body with the jacket thrown in. As a consumer, that makes more sense to me. But if I'm already sending you something that's half of the size of a adult person, then let's throw in another one in a jacket.
Yeah, so the issues that you and Adriana raised about like the overall package and kind of reuse of pieces and whether it's good value or not, those are the reasons why I didn't just rush out and pre-order right away, because I did have to think about it. It's like there are some things that bug me a bit about the premium price plus you're not getting a ton of options. So go ahead, Gigi.
I'm not done.
Yeah. Oh, go on your rant. Go ahead.
I don't think if you bought this, I mean, it's your money. Like, do whatever you gotta do. That's on you. Marco, that does not apply to you. But
oh wow, this doesn't apply to me. Okay, this is just everyone else in general.
If I also feel like, for me, I've seen the statue Joker, and to me that is worth more.
You're talking about the Queen Studios statue?
I think either Dan or Dre have.
Yeah, so Dre has the Queen Studios.
How much is that?
That's a good question. I'm not actually sure.
Does he have the rooted or non-rooted?
I think it's the rooted one.
The rooted one would have been $1,300 or $1,400.
Okay, that makes more sense to me.
So you pay a little more for this, for that?
Yeah.
They had a sculpted version of that statue too, and it was like $800.
Okay, I would purchase that if I collected. Again, the main is if I collected. I don't. So do whatever you do what you gotta do. Go treat yourself. But I don't. Yeah, I agree. It's a hard answer. It's a hard question to answer because it's whatever you like.
And the question is it worth $1,000, right? Is what we're answering.
Yeah. To me, I'd rather get the statue than this because the realism of the head, I don't know that it can be. I don't think that somebody can really. What's the word I'm looking for? Appreciate it when it's displayed with like other figures or whatever.
Okay.
So that's
Depends
what I'm
how
saying.
this displayed. Okay.
I would just take the head and put it on my desk and then like appreciate it that way.
On a bust. Okay, so what do you think of these hands, Eddie?
No,
they're insane,
not on a
dude.
bust. Just like that.
I love them. I think the painting is crazy that they did with the makeup and the red on the fingertips and
the knuckles.
And and like the real, like they're not glossy. Sometimes you get that glossy look with certain figures, like they're super realistic. I love the vein work in the like look at see where the wrist is. You could see the the ligaments and like whatever tendons are in your wrist. Like you could see it. You could see the wrinkling underneath the palm there. Like, dude, it's super detailed, man. It's crazy. It's unlike anything I've ever seen in a 1/6 figure. So I'm kind of giddy about it.
That's awesome. It's living up. And so to Calvin's point, I'm late. So how was your first impression upon opening the case? I think everyone was really positive. I think it's like overall a really cool package. There are some issues we've discussed here, but overall positive. P-Rock does want to see the thighs, so he's doubling down there. Tukathri is saying, Marco, one thing that hasn't been discussed, once these sell out, you can sell them for more than retail or part out pieces for $100 each. I will say this has had a pretty strong secondary market. Now that may be because the batches have been rolling out so slow, but it seems like we're kind of towards the end of the allocation for a lot of places. So these will probably be off the market. And it seems like, I think it might have been Denobi that used this phrase, but the figure came with equity. So it's like you're receiving it, and it's actually worth a bit more than when you purchased it, which hasn't been the case for Hot Toys recently. So it is a really good point too, Kathri. Can I just get through this? Can I finish? Can I finish? Justin Morales, J-Mo in the house. Ari and J-Mo just getting in. Question, can we throw a head on that bad boy? A bit creepy. Yes, a bit creepy. The only issue is, and maybe I'll let Eddie do this, it's supposed to be a pain in the ass because you've got to undo the tie a little bit. So unless he's got tweezers present, unless he was... never mind, I'm not going to say that.
Grab tweezers on my desk, there's a little blue and black, like... You'll see them. They're with all my other stuff.
So we've got a request from Mario to roll up those sleeves, if you wouldn't mind, and maybe expose those arms.
Yeah, I was trying to do that earlier. It looks really good when the sleeves are rolled up.
Absolute everyone's saying, so are you getting the bank robber version? If they announce a bank robber, I would be tempted, but we'll see what Gigi says.
No.
Oh, okay. Gigi said no. So it's her favorite word.
So I heard that cufflink is a pain in the ass to deal with, but out of the box, mine came uncuffed, so I didn't really have to mess with it yet.
There you go.
I do love the sleeves rolled up look, like Justin posed it that way on his video. And it does look really good when you have the sleeves rolled up. Like, I need to do a better job of making it look a little better, but it looks good that way.
Yeah, we've got another call for you to put the head on, so we're in the process here. Equan saying nut huggers LOL, just as funny as casual's nut grabber. That's awesome. Tremble Dust saying, show Adriana the guns. Okay, so one thing at a time.
Sleeves?
Yeah.
I don't have sleeves.
Oh, wow. I think the guns in terms of the accessory guns, not your guns, Eddie. But
well, that's my bad.
Let's see. Profi saying, Eddie, she's talking about the 1/3 jail cell Joker from Queen Studios. I think that is the one you were talking about, right? Or no?
That one? I don't know what the price of that one was.
It's whatever one of the guys has. I have no clue.
Okay. All right. So the next things we're going to talk about the weapons. Eddie's going to try to put the head on, and we're going to talk about this jail cell diorama. So, Gigi, I'm going to get your thoughts here. So this is the big sell for me. So that is actual metal, if you wouldn't mind holding it up to the camera. What do you think about the premium quality of this jail cell diorama?
This is very cool. I will say this is very cool. It's heavy. With that said, how would you display this?
Okay, so I'm gonna put it over there in my Module cases. So it's gonna be kind of the centerpiece of my DC display. And so yeah, I think it's a big monster. I will also mention that Dan and Dre, I believe it was Dan, verified that it will fit in a DTOF. So it's a tight squeeze, but you can fit the jail cell diorama in a DTOF. So this is also real wood on the base. So this is part of the diorama, if you wouldn't mind flipping it towards the camera. So yeah, so that's all part of the premium package there.
I mean, yeah. Again, I feel like if I had this, I would have to display it by itself because I think it would get lost. Like the small details with to a civilian.
And I think that's true for all the figures though, right? They look so beautiful by themselves. As you start to kind of cram more together, in my display with my Module cases is pretty crammed right now. Like I've got a lot of them together. Sometimes it enhances, sometimes it takes away from those fine details. But Adriana, are you messing with one of the guns right now?
Yes.
Okay, what do you think about the gun?
It looks good. The only thing that's bugging me is, can I get it? You see that little plastic? Where the?
Más para arriba. There.
Where are you trying to look at?
Right there at the bar. You see that blotchy part? Is that supposed to be there?
No, you got grease on it with your
No, we
greasy
didn't,
finger.
bro. Touch it. It's there.
Yeah, let's see. I can pull mine out too to see to verify.
Oh, there's oh wow, someone got jizz on my gun here.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's like excess. It looks like excess glue or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe something that you can resolve on your own.
Yeah, you just gotta wipe it off.
Okay, so
very
I'm
cool.
handing Gigi the gun as well. I don't think she's handled this from the sculpted version yet.
Yeah, those are really cool.
She hasn't handled my gun before, but
Yeah, I was gonna make the joke.
This one's
yeah,
really
I
cool.
heard you.
Y'all ain't funny.
Wow.
Pretty funny.
This is really cool.
Adriana said no, he's not.
I know.
This one is really cool though. I really like this one because you can move this. Like I didn't know this, but like you can move this. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about this?
No, she's talking about the other.
No, the
Oh,
silver one.
this one?
But yeah,
But,
they
like,
do
the
have
silver
movable
part.
pieces.
Yeah.
Pew pew. That is cool.
Which one do you have?
The other one with the jizz on.
Oh,
Oh.
the jizz on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look
the
at
jizz
it.
It's catchy.
Pew pew pew.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. All right, I'll
I
give you the
didn't
one
notice
that Adriana's holding right now.
Yeah, but the silver one is cool because this pulls back, obviously.
So yeah, so these are full die cast, right? So that's a good
Die-cast?
selling die cost. That's how it's a
You
proper
watch Guardians
pronunciation.
already?
I did, yeah.
Kant. Do you,
Oh,
do you
yeah.
remember that part?
I
was
do.
like, what the fuck? That's what
Don't
you-
bring that.
Spoilers?
Don't bring
not
that
a
movie up
spoiler.
right now. I'm gonna cry, bro. I was
Oh,
I was
dang.
very emotional in the theater. Did it get you or no? Are you too much of a?
I mean, a lot of
Strong guy for it.
the rocket stuff is sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't cry. No.
Tremble Dust is saying, well, some people get happy handling guns. Yeah, that must have been what happened with Eddie's. Go ahead, Gigi. What were you gonna
There's
say?
a little bullet inside. How cute.
I don't think I
Look
noticed that. Oh wow, yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
So those bullets in
Oh.
in like their preview video on Queen's thing, like YouTube, those are real bullets. You could pull them out, but I don't know if anybody's gonna try to do
that's
that.
wild.
They're so small.
That's wild.
But they're like individual bullets.
Very cool.
That's crazy. King Dingling is saying, hee, damn, walked away to get a drink, come back to hear excess jizz. I will say, you will not hear that on anyone else's unboxing of a Joker.
Sorry,
Joker.
That's kind of Mendez.
No. It's very
I'm
appropriate
trying
for
to
our
say-
channel,
yeah.
Eddie, and it is welcome here.
Thank you.
All right, so you both are
Exclusive.
impressed by the weapons, I'm hearing.
Yeah.
That this is a cool feature.
Okay, the head sculpt, getting the head sculpt on is kind of a annoyance because I don't know how to loosen the tie. I'm scared to like pull the tie anymore. I have the
So
head
I think-
sculpt on, but I can't like I need to futz the tie more.
Mm-hmm. I think folks were saying pull it with the tweezers by the knot of the tie and bring it down that way. But no worries. If you're not comfortable doing it on here,
I'm comfortable,
I'm not going
I
to mess
just-
with it.
I'm comfortable. It's hard. I have it on, but I need to futz the
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
All right, he got it on. Nice. Yeah, that looks great. Honestly, I might change my mind in terms of the rooting once I have them on because it's a slam dunk right here.
They are removable.
Tremble Dust is saying the only thing is that the knife is not die cast. Yeah, I wonder why. Yeah, that's probably the one that they didn't want little people run. Yeah, Gigi would probably get some bad thoughts. I will just say because we like to talk about ourselves often on here. Gigi and I got
It's
into a
called
little
being a
heated.
narcissist.
There you go. Gigi and I got into a little heated conversation the other day, and the knife where she was cooking was right on the camera, and I did see her eyes glance at it really quick, and I was like, I might be in trouble, but
Did
I
I
escaped
think
alive.
was this marriage a mistake?
Wow! Holy
Wow, that's
shit! So Adriana, you were showing off the bullet that's inside there. Can you show that one more time? Sorry, we were
Yeah.
too busy talking about
Someone
ourselves.
commented that the clips are removable. And then, Eddie, put your hand under the clip here so it focuses. There you go.
Oh wow! Okay.
No, put it down. Put your hand down. Leave it where it was at.
People can
Idiot.
see it's a tiny. See the individual. Hold on, give it.
Yeah,
to me,
yeah.
give it to me. The individual bullets. That's it's sick.
You're
gotta get-
focused on too much on your hand. Pull
No,
your
I know.
hand
I
back.
know. I know.
Oh, there
It's
you
like
go.
her
So you can
first
actually
time
pull
and
those
she's
out though,
got-
or what? I know
Calm
she's
down,
a pro.
Zach.
I know.
I'm trying to show the details, okay? I'm
That's
trying
right.
to justify this for you.
She's.
Oh, this one looks like it might fall out, bro.
Oh,
The
the
top
dollars
one?
are individualized too.
Let me see.
This one comes out too.
Oh, what was this? The
this one.
G19?
Dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah, I do like the money accessory as well. That's a pretty sweet little touch. So yeah, all these little fine details, they really knocked it out of the park with those. I feel like things that maybe Hot Toys used to do that because they have so many figures, they don't necessarily focus on all these fine details as much. So it's refreshing for sure.
I don't think I'll be able to get it, but Justin was talking about like the gun being licensed because it actually right here on toward the nozzle it has detail that says like all of the
branding
Oh,
for
yeah.
it, right?
Yeah,
So
branding
does
and
the other
everything.
one.
Are they both Smith and Weston?
Yeah. And it says made in the U.S.
That's a question to ask Zach
Lawsuit.
and Dean.
Smith.
Oh, it
and
says
Weston.
Australia on it, or Austria or whatever.
The other one, this one, says made in
Throw
the USA.
another shrimp on the.
Shrimp on the barbie. Sorry.
Oh my god.
She always asks me to do. She always asks me to do Justin's voice.
Oh no!
Like when we're in, because he's like, let's punch in and take a closer look.
This is a mistake for you not to do this entirely in Justin's accent. No one could replicate Justin, but that would have been incredible.
I love watching his videos though because I love his voice. I love his accent.
Can you? We just need you to say something that Justin would never say, like extra jizz on the gun in his accent. Let's see. So Cobra's is saying, "Hola, hola, hola." My what's
something
my
Justin
1/6
would never
collecting
say.
couples. That's right.
Don't buy from Toys Wonderland.
Oh my gosh! All right, too far.
You can't ask me to do things.
Oh man, Eddie you're one of a kind, man. So King Dingaling is saying, for that kind of money, I would be afraid to pose those for fear of breaking pieces. Yeah, it's definitely that balance, right? I kind of feel that way about all these figures. It's like they're expensive. I don't want to push them too far, but you got to have a little bit of fun with them. So Justin saying, what type of product do they use in the hair? LA Looks.
Good.
Oh, that's
LA
awesome.
That's a throwback.
It's got to be. King Dingaling is saying the Austria is a Glock. Okay, so this one is a Glock here. That's good to know. Took is saying, is it true that all the Joker cards are different? Yeah, so I can actually verify that. So here are all the Joker cards, and I messed with them before, but yeah, they're all unique. And so are you planning on posing any of yours with the card itself? So that's the money, and then these are the cards here, Gigi.
Yes, I know.
Oh, okay. I wasn't ahead.
You're
do like
struggling over there, so I'm trying to do something.
I do like that look of when he has the Joker, like when he's holding it in between his thumbs when you first see him with the grenades and everything, and he's showing the card. I would definitely see that being a pose that I would use in the future.
Tremble Dust is saying, in my opinion, that's the opinion. Afraid of breaking by statues. Yeah, I think that's that's the fun of figures is you can pose them around, but no, I get the fear because they're not they're not cheap.
They're not cheap. They're not fragile either. Like
some of them are though. That's the thing, right? Like you kind of got to know where you can push and pull.
I've only ever, like Adriana said, I'm rough with things, and I've only ever broke a wrist peg one time, and it wasn't even on a hot toy. It was on like a third party, so it's not expensive to fix. And I don't know, as long as you're careful, you can do whatever you got to do. Maybe I'm just more forgiving or more willing to do these things.
No, you got to have fun with these things. And so we got Joao Bretta in the chat saying Toys Wonderland is a reputable store. So if you have any issues with Toys Wonderland, just email bigbretta@hotmail.com. He will get it all sorted out for you.
I was just being funny, man.
Tremble Dust, #1 reseller 5 years in a row. That's amazing. My gosh.
I'm not trying to start controversies. I'm just being a dick.
Yeah, we're good at that. We're good at that here. So what else do we want to focus on? So we went on the jail cell diorama. We went on to the...
I haven't even pulled that out yet.
Wooden floor.
I'm trying to get these damn heads.
Can I say something for Joe?
Yeah, Gigi, go for it.
Okay. I know the Pilates thing you said. Please go to a class and then come back and give me your review because Pilates is hard. Okay, it is no joke. That's it.
All right, I like that. Okay, so Eddie's almost got sculpt #2 in there. I'm too much of a coward to try it on air, but he's a real pro here. I'm very impressed by what he's doing.
They go on pretty easy. It's the tie, getting the tie and the collar to futz it right to get it back in the right position. Well, the jail cell one was easier. This one doesn't want it. The magnets are pretty cool.
Tuke is saying the shipping on statues is a killer. Yeah, that's something that I haven't necessarily been able to reconcile. This would have been a lot more expensive. So subsequent batches, Kit has kind of upped the price because I think that they underestimated how large the box would be. So I think he may have taken an L on that, which is unfortunate for him. Lucky for us that we were able to get in at a good price. So if he has additional left over, I think that they're going to be significantly more expensive because the box is like a statue. And so yeah, that's always been a concern of mine. Let's see what else. El Profi is saying, did you get the handcuffs? Profi, I think the handcuffs are coming with every set, and so let me find it in here. But yeah, they're in here somewhere. I know that was supposed to be a pre-order exclusive, but I think it just comes with all of them. So yeah, here are the handcuffs.
Not like the other one was. It's not as easy.
Is he struggling over there, Adriana, or what?
This one, the other one kind of just popped right into place. This one is a little tougher. Maybe because the tie is a little tighter on this one. I don't know. And I'm having a hard time loosening the tie, so it's difficult. But yeah, I don't know.
There's the handcuffs right there, Profi. Big Brett is saying, I'm on a Pilates class right now. Gigi, I just pretended I had to go to the toilet to watch the stream. Amazing. Couldn't miss this. Armando in the house. Amazing. Look at the detail. Armando, thank you for joining. And Trimble Dust is saying, I kind of figured I was kind of putting together the, let's see. Trimble is saying, Marco, where'd you get yours? Kit? So Eddie and I both got them from 1/6 Kit. And so, we were kind of in that batch of the folks that waited a few days and thought about it and then jumped on in right before the window allegedly was going to close.
Yeah.
I will say that the amount of thinking that went into this was very annoying. I was like,
It was classic, the meme where it's like, I bet he's thinking about other girls, and I was just laying there in bed thinking about, should I order the Joker or not?
It makes you feel better, Gigi. He thought about it way longer than me. I think I was trying to talk him into it.
He's very impulsive, so he was just like,
yeah, I think I was
stuff.
trying to talk Marco into it in the beginning. He was a little more on the fence, like, it's a lot of money, like, is it worth it?
I don't know why he asked anybody else. He's got me right here.
Well,
no,
we know what.
I
I was gonna say,
everybody.
that's how you bounce ideas off your friends. That's kind of how you triangulate and come up with the decision that works for you. Tremble Dust is saying, thanks. I see Kit has a 2-pack for sale now. Oh wow! So I did see a post where he was asking if anyone would be interested. So seems like there are additionals probably based on people canceling or they got a last second batch. So. Like I was mentioning, it's probably going to be a bit more expensive. If you would let us know the price if you see it, but it could be the best option to jump on because Kit's shipping was incredibly fast, and I hear great things about him.
Yeah, I was
Justin
expecting
McFly
it
in the
to
house.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
I got the shipping notice on like Friday the week before, and I got it last Friday, so. It was about a week, 4 or 5 business days, which was crazy. I thought it was going to take at least a week and a half.
No doubt. I know I've ordered from Toys Buying Agent who has free shipping, and that sometimes takes a month. So, this was pretty quick. So $968 US. I'm assuming that's for the sculpted 2-pack. I did see a post maybe today where he was mentioning he may have leftovers of the rooted as well. So I guess depending on what you're most comfortable with, but it's good to know that there's a few more out there. So Gigi had to take Pancake away. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we should focus on. Obviously, Eddie, we're going to have you put the Joker up once you've got that final sculpt on.
I don't know if we're going to get the other one, honestly, guys.
This one's really
Okay.
hard.
Adriana's trying to work on it, but
Adriana's working on it. Well, I think that we had a pretty thorough stream. Anything else that you wanted to cover? Anyone else here? Oh, Adriana may be the magic worker. Okay, look at this. Just needed a delicate touch.
Did you
Not
already
a brute
show
like
off
Eddie.
the cuffs?
I think Gigi just held them up for like 2 seconds, but we can.
I got them again.
Are they die cast or are they plastic?
Yeah, they're die cast.
Okay. Yeah, they're
And
pretty
they,
pretty nice. Now, would you feel
actually-
comfortable putting them on your hands, or are you afraid
they
of any
don't
paint?
On my hands?
Well,
Oh,
not
on
on your
the
hands,
hands.
on the
I
hands.
was like,
Yeah.
they're not gonna fit, bro.
Idiot.
Yeah, I'm comfortable to put them on. Like I said, like I don't think about them like damaging too much.
Yeah.
There's his open, and let's see if I can lock them for you guys.
That is kind of the thing about collecting,
kinda
right? Is
stick.
sometimes we worry about so much stuff that you take the fun out of it, and sometimes you just got to be like, all right, if whatever happens, happens, and just enjoy it. So we got Ryan Smith in the house saying, "Congrats, Marco! It's an amazing piece." Hey, Ryan, thank you for joining. Yeah, I think we're all like pretty enthused by this, especially Gigi. But no, it's a really cool set, honestly. Even with a few of the letdowns. So Armando is saying, "I need it." Eddie, any plans to help your bro secure one of these?
Armando, he has 2 of them. Just grab one of them.
Wow.
Yeah, just,
How dare
we
you.
were actually considering doing that. A lot of the people that grab the 2-pack, selling half of it. I know a lot of people don't like to break up the sets, but since it comes with 2, if you sold half, it's a little bit easier of a pill to swallow. But so we were talking about that, me and my brother, but I don't know if I want to let go of because the one I'd sell obviously is the jail cell. I want the purple coat. That's more important to me. So
yeah, it's more iconic,
and more people are gonna want the purple coat, I would feel, than most. So
yeah,
if I sold it, they'd have to buy a third-party coat or something.
straight to jail. But yeah, this jail cell diorama is really sick. Like I'm very happy to have that. No regrets. Okay, so one additional thing I will mention. I know Joao's has been with the wood on the base. It's been a little bit. The pressure of the metal has been making it tilt back a little bit. So I think he added some additional cushion in there for the push-in when he inserted the jail cell to keep it upright. So maybe it's just something to consider. That friction fit might need a little more assistance.
And they
I haven't
didn't
even pulled that out
sell
yet.
a single
It's okay. Just
rooted
pull that.
hair, right?
I mean,
They didn't. So that was kind of the controversy I was
Yeah.
mentioning earlier.
I mean,
is
it makes sense.
folks are like,
As
I
a
want
company.
a rooted, but I don't want to spend $1,000 on two. And that's very much the camp I was in. I was like, I would like that option, but do I need two of ostensibly the exact same figure? Can I mention one more thing? We've got 30 people in the chat here. If you wouldn't mind doing two things, hit the like button, please. Subscribe to us if you haven't and you like to hear Gigi and I bicker. And then also head over to Money Made. That's the name of the channel, right, Eddie? Money Made is the best way to find it on
Made
YouTube.
Media.
Made Media, excuse me. Go over to
not a
Made
lot
Media. Look at
going
Gigi's
on
like,
there right now, but
hey, you'll be back. You'll be back strong. You've come out of retirement. So but you've got some really
Wow.
good videos on there. So Made Media, go check it out. And yeah. All right, so
I haven't
Eddie's
even
busting
looked at
open
this
the jail cell diorama.
there's
We want to hear
definitely
your
a bigger
thoughts. But
scent from that layer than there is the other layer. It's strong. The smell is strong from this layer.
So Tremble Dust is saying that was a complaint at no single rooted SKUs. I believe InArt said for future releases they would have single rooted options. Yeah, that seems to have been the case, honestly. Like the Aragorn, for instance, even with the Batman, they've kind of broken it out. So
This shit is heavy, man.
crazy, right?
You want to feel how heavy this is? Don't drop it on the table, because the glass will break. Wow.
It is really heavy. It has a nice weight to it.
Adriana just demonstrated that, Gigi, you can also use this as a murder weapon.
You can.
Oh gosh, yeah,
If
Anything
need
yeah.
can be.
be. Anything. A pencil.
In kindergarten, a kid stabbed another kid in the armpit with a pencil. Okay, so that was
That happened
my
in
first
first
experience.
grade.
That happened to my
Oh my
mom.
god! Ew.
Yeah, that happened in
Kids.
first grade. Another boy stabbed a little kid, but it was in his hand though.
Oh no,
My
this
mom-
was in the
Pencil just
armpit.
kinda
The little boy
The
raised
armpit's
his
so
hand and whack, right in the armpit. Oh,
You know, now that I think about it, my mom may have lied to me. So my mom had this little like blue dot on her arm, like a tiny, like a tattoo dot, right? But like a little blue dot. And I used to ask her like, "What is this little blue dot on your arm?" And she used to tell me in elementary school, like a kid stabbed her with a pencil, and it left like a little blue dot. But now I'm thinking she might have like thought about getting a tattoo and then like second guessed herself. She just didn't tell me. What the
Eddie, I can confirm that's a
Being
real
French,
thing
she
though.
got the world.
You can confirm that it leaves a blue dot when you get stabbed.
No,
with
so
a
I have a piece of pencil that broke off in my hand, and I could still see the dot there.
Oh, really?
It has not gone away. So, yeah,
Did Gigi
that's-
stab you?
I can't confirm. No, this was a long time ago, honestly. This is
So
a
it
long,
does
long
kind
time
of.
ago.
I see what you guys are
It
talking
leans
about.
forward.
It leans back.
Yeah, so I think just the weight of it over time can be an issue. So just something to monitor.
Oh, never mind. I didn't have it in all the way.
Oh, you had to get it in
still
all the
does
way.
that a
Wow.
little bit.
That's a
Okay, it's
problem.
good now. To me,
Calvin
anyway.
Edward Marcos says, "Who needs two and buys three?" Exactly, exactly.
Wow, he says that shit a Queens fan would do. Calvin, your band, you're on timeout now.
Queen's fan.
And
Oh, I
I
thought he was
know.
talking about. I thought he was talking about like
The band Queen.
The band. I forgot he's talking about your basketball
Oh,
team.
yeah. Tremble Dust is saying, heard about that at a kid stab. Yeah, I think that's a common thing. I think I mentioned this before on a stream, but I got in trouble in either kindergarten or first grade because I gave one of the kids a haircut. He was standing in front of me in line. I was like, hey, you need a little fade up here, and just gave him a little haircut. Apparently, they don't like that. Apparently, they wanted to talk to my parents about this. So. Equan said, I remember at Comic-Con, a Harry Potter fan stabbed another fan with a pencil Wild is an understatement and appropriate for the stream in terms of
Was a Harry
the
Potter
pencil
fan
violence.
and a Lord of the Rings fan.
Oh my
They're
god.
asking which wizard is better.
Oh my
Lot of
god.
arguments go over that.
If you ask Gigi, they're the same exact things.
It does lean forward though.
I think yours and Joao's eyes are just crooked. Honestly.
Oh wow. No, so it was
You
just
guys
something that
see?
over time the pressure started going. Oh
Marco,
wow. So
make-
let's see.
Make
Yeah.
make that one.
I'm gonna
the
make
big
you
one,
big here.
if you
Yeah.
can.
Yep. There it is.
Well, it's not that good of a. But
Let me
like
see.
the clap.
That's awesome. Honestly, like I might. It kind of feels like a shame to hide the sculpted hair, or excuse me, the rooted hair behind this jail cell, but it looks
I know.
really cool like that.
It does look really cool. Looks better in person, obviously. The camera quality is like whatever, but yeah, it completes the look for sure.
Now, are you
Looks
gonna
sick, huh?
pose yours in behind glass or anything like that, or are you gonna have it kind of open air?
Open air? Because the only thing I have behind glass right now is my detolfs, and this won't fit from what I'm hearing. So
I will say that Dan was able to fit his in the detolf, so
You
it
have
could
to
be worth a.
you have to.
I think without
test it, right?
modifying.
Really?
I think without
Without
modifying, yeah. That's what
That
he
looks a
was
little better.
mentioning. So we're taking a look. Oh, dude, that all of this looks awesome.
It looks really good.
Yeah. You coming around on this a little bit, Gigi?
No, I mean, also you already have it, right? So what the money has been spent.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
at
too
this
late now.
point, what whatever. But I'm just
Force them
saying,
to
did
sell
you
it.
need 3?
That I was gonna ask you this, Marco. Yeah, are you gonna sell the sculpted one now, or?
No, I don't think
gonna
so.
keep-
I really like the sculpted one as well. I think I'm keeping all 3. Again, I am a huge Dark Knight fan. That's probably a top 5 movie for me. It's not a perfect film, but just when I saw that in theaters, I was like so over the moon. I was like, now this is a comic book film. So like it has a special place in my heart. So to finally get a Joker from there, now 3 is overboard, but
How big of a
I
Dark
feel like I
Knight
can
fan
justify
are you though? Like the Batman or the Dark Knight? Which one?
the Dark Knight. The Dark
Oh,
Knight.
my
Like
bad.
I am a big Batman fan, but the Dark Knight specifically as a film is
As
a
a
very
film.
important film. A film, yeah. Very important film to me.
Film.
So, that's right. Tremble Dust is asking, the lead still isn't in your skin though, right? I can't say honestly. I lost sensation in my hand, but beyond that, Tuka saying that's why the knife isn't die cast. Believe it or not, there are regulations for 6-scale knives. Too much of a liability if some Australian kid swallows it. Yikes! Yeah, we definitely don't want that. Adriana's like, oh my god. Calvin saying no, Sacramento Queens. He knows what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll find out here. We'll find out here soon. And everyone will stop calling them the Queens, and they'll see.
That's the knife
we're
that they're
back.
talking about. It's like
Doesn't it look like a pela papa, Adriana?
Yeah.
Excuse me? A what?
Yeah. What
Oh my
the?
gosh, it does.
Doesn't it?
What?
Like a potato. Like
A
peeler.
potato
Are you sure,
peeler.
dude?
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Where were you?
Trying to anyway. Don't even.
No, but it really does though. Now
Yeah.
that you mention it, I can't
legit
see
does.
it. It's there.
Here you go, Gigi. I'm gonna hand
A
that.
potato
To
peeler.
you. Oh, I
The
see. I
gun
see.
is sick.
Which
Um,
one?
I mean, I
Like-
like that you can go up and down.
Should slide
Oh,
out like that.
potato
Oh no, this is a
peeler.
different one.
Yeah,
No, that's
okay.
it.
Why didn't you just say that?
It's a pela papas.
Gigi,
Do you?
we should just talk in Spanish from now on.
I
and then
know,
just
Wow,
for
honestly.
real.
conversation. They
Okay.
would never
First of all,
understand
sorry that we speak 2 languages. Okay.
it. Yeah.
You should be.
Oh, you're welcome. Look, man, you can't order tacos without me. I don't want to hear you say.
Yeah, but that's why I have you. So
I
And
will
can
say.
refuse to speak Spanish.
I will say it's so nice to go to Mexico with Gigi to like, or her family to. So I will try, but sometimes they'll like not want to hear my Spanish, and so to have that fall back is awesome. It is the best. Ryan Smith is saying I don't have a DTOF, but I believe if you push right to the back, it will fit. Yeah, that's what I saw. So worth a shot, honestly. Eddie.
would you? It's kind of hefty though. Like, would you have it on the bottom?
I would have it on the bottom, which again feels like a shame to put this beautiful piece on the bottom, but I'd probably keep it on that wood because it is pretty freaking heavy. So.
Oh, this is speaking of wood. This top of the is real wood.
Oh.
This is like real. So they went all out with like real materials. It's pretty crazy, dude. Sorry, Adriana didn't know that.
Oh, okay. So you're a little more impressed now, Adriana.
Are you impressed with my wood?
No.
Said not now, not never. You want to read this one from Cobras?
¿Por qué andan con esos gringos? I know. Oh my
know, man.
God.
Gringos.
You did
That's
not
fucked up.
have to. I was so disappointed as well.
Yeah,
I was
same.
like, wow, you don't speak Spanish?
Still here though.
That's right. Joke's on them, Eddie. Joke is on them, Eddie. I will say, Gigi's always like, I
Gigi?
never envisioned marrying a guy like you.
Never. That was not a thing.
But you know what?
Never.
We're just too charming. You could get past that point. You know, not everyone's
He was
perfect.
an asshole to me when we first met.
I'm an asshole to everybody.
I mean, you
I was gonna
are,
say.
but like,
She's over. Like,
No,
if I'm
no.
the least asshole to anybody, it's her. Like, she sees my
Because you guys met at work,
side
right?
that nobody sees.
yeah, we met at work and we worked overnight, and it was my first shift, like clocking in, and he's like, "Oh, you're the Adriana that's gonna work here?" And I was like, "Yeah." He starts laughing at me, like at my face, and he walks away. I texted my friend and I was like, "I hate this fucking kid."
I was
Yeah.
I was not a good person then. Though I'm a nicer guy now, which is I know hard for
I've learned to
everybody
deal
who
with
knows
it now,
me.
but I don't know about all that.
I'm a very nice.
I
guy
will
now.
say, when I met,
Ooh.
Marco met me.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
pleasantly surprised. At
every
how
time I've
nice
met
I
Eddie
was.
in person, he is like the nicest guy. And I was
See?
like, I kind of expected this guy to be an asshole, but he's
Yeah.
like incredibly
You
sweet.
guys must get a side of him that I don't, because when I
guess
met him day one, he was a dick, and I was like, "Oh man."
young, we grow up, we mature. Okay.
He said he's reformed.
That's right. I will say I still am a dick, though. Gigi has to
Oh,
check me every
100%.
day about, like, watch your tone, stop
Yeah. There is that.
You're a Karen, not a dick.
No, so like there's a specific tone that Marco has that I'm like, I don't know who you're talking to, but I know you're not talking to me like that. And it's not like, I have to say, it's not like yelling, or it's just a tone. It's a tone that he has that to me is
condescending.
condescending. And I'm like, all right, before I even talk to you, like go. Yeah, I just
What?
that's not gonna work. With
I feel
me.
like their relationship is us backwards. I think you're Marco, and I'm more like Gigi. You
I
have
wouldn't.
a tone.
I do have a tone. I always have it. But I have a tone when he makes me mad.
Marco doesn't hear his tone, which is the problem. You know.
I'm
I
working
hear
on
my
it, but
tone.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
do it
don't-
on purpose sometimes, so he can understand that I'm annoyed or.
There you
pissed
go.
or
That you're
something.
setting the tone, right? That's all we're
Yeah.
doing with them. So Cobra's is saying neither does my girl. She's second gen mixed. Yeah, it's an issue that I hope to resolve in the future. I'm trying to learn Spanish, but it's tougher the later you are in life. So
But now so Marco will look up the lyrics of a song, like the Karol G song that he really likes. He'll like read it as it goes, and he's like, "What does this mean?" So I feel like you're learning that way.
I think that's the best way. I need to watch more Spanish TV as well, some news.
Novelas, man.
Yeah,
Oh, I
the
know.
novelas as well. There's a good reasons to watch those.
For
So,
sure.
Danny is saying that Eddie is much better in real life. Yeah, Eddie was like the nicest guy in real life. So, but also we're at the happiest place on earth. So we'll find out once he's outside of that how he is. But
Danny has to say that because anytime he comes to SoCal, I drive him everywhere. So.
wow,
That's
just
right.
like
could
Zach
talk with
when
your
you go
little
to.
chauffeur hat.
Yeah, Zach won't let me drive him anywhere anymore. Though. He got a little scared. So
Oh my god.
For the
Danny is
record,
very sweet.
I
Danny
get
is very
anxiety
sweet.
when he drives, so I don't blame Zach.
Same with Gigi. She does not like me driving at all. She's like, "You're too aggressive.
You're not a good driver."
You're not a good driver." So I'm like, "Okay, you drive then." So that's kind of the compromise at
Yeah.
this point. So I think so we're about at an hour and 40 minutes here. Maybe we can just give an overall score. On this channel, we like to rank out of 10 pancakes. So Pancake being our dog. So Eddie, I'm going to start with you. Out of 10 pancakes, how many would you give this Joker rooted 2-pack premium InArt set?
I love everything about it. I don't see how you don't give it a 10. Like, to me, everything... I mean, we didn't... There's some stuff I got to mess with still, and putting on the head sculpts is a bit of a nuisance with that tie, but I don't feel like it deserves to lose a point for that. It's doable, so I would definitely say 10 out of 10 pancakes for me. So
Awesome, man. Yeah, it's hard to argue with that, honestly. It's a really impressive outing for their first figure. So, Adriana, how about yourself? All things considered, you can include whatever variables you want, but how out of 10 pancakes, how many would you give it?
price, size of the box, I don't know, nuisance, whatever.
You know,
How it fits in
box
Eddie's collection as
doesn't
well.
bug me because it came with 2 figures, so I'm not gonna dock it for that. And there's a reason why it was that size. the packaging, the shape of their box is interesting, but it goes with the brand. But the figure, I'm gonna give it a 9.
Wow.
Look, everything's amazing. The only thing that still bugs me though is the jacket.
What's wrong with the jacket?
There's nothing wrong with the jacket. But
Oh,
you
just
have,
the fact that it's the same.
It's just a jacket over the exact same outfit. I get it. It's a different scene, but that as a civilian, it bothers me.
Fair.
Yeah. It is tough to pay that premium price for 2 of the almost the same figures. So
Yeah.
no,
So
I
give it
totally
9
get that.
pancakes.
Okay, 9 pancakes, awesome. All right, Gigi, how about you?
Yeah,
All
I'm
things
gonna go with the
considered,
same.
9 pancakes.
I don't
okay.
think, again, it's not that we see anything wrong with it. Like, it looks really great. It's just, why, you know? But, like, I think you just getting the rooted one would have been fine.
You mean the sculpted?
Or, yeah, the
I
sculpted.
know. Sorry, it's hard to keep it all straight,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But I get it. Some more accessories. This looks really good. It's fine.
I'm excited to try them on the body, and so hopefully Gigi has been getting into photography. Hopefully she can get a macro lens so she can get some shots of this guy, and maybe I can appreciate the rooted a bit more in terms of the fine details.
Some of, if you guys can, take some of him standing next to the sculpted, like
Oh, there you go.
side by side, or if you can.
Yes, definitely will be on the to-do list. No, great recommendation. So I'm gonna give it 8.75 out of 10 pancakes. I think
Even
it's
harder
a
to please
really
this guy.
incredible package. I do think it is a really incredible introduction from InArt for their first figure. But I think the same things that Adriana was describing kind of bothered me, that it's almost the same figure if they would have given us a bit more variation. Like, for instance, the Batman 2-pack. No, you're good. The Batman 2-pack has Bruce Wayne and it has Batman. So, like, 2 very, very different figures. These are, like, so close. It's hard to justify that price, especially given the sculpted version is out there for significantly cheaper, or you could go with the 2-pack sculpted. But I have no regrets picking it up, honestly. Like, I'm impressed. I think it's a beautiful set, and I'm excited to have it as a cornerstone of my display. I think, you know, it'll be an impressive piece with all the other Dark Knight figures I have. So 8.75 pancakes for me. Any other thoughts before we wrap up at all? Adriana, how was your first full stream?
This was a lot
It was
better than
fine.
I thought it was going to be. I was
Okay.
really nervous because this is his
She's
thing.
like, she was asking me before the stream, like, dude, is there anything I need
He
to
just-
know
he-
about
all he-
this going in?
All he
And I
told
was
me
like,
was like,
no.
we're going to stream with Marco and Gigi. And I was like, okay, like, what do I need to know? And he was like, nothing.
absolutely, not. It's just
Okay.
hanging
It's
out.
casual
Yeah.
on our channel, honestly. Like,
He
it's
did tell me that, and I was like, I think it helped me a little bit more, but this was fun.
Yeah. Well, we're not even done. I actually have some more questions for
Oh, yeah,
Adriana.
go ahead.
Like,
Get in
like
there. Get in there.
the good cheeseman didn't even happen,
okay.
you know?
Oh, Eddie,
Like,
you're
I'm-
gonna get in trouble now.
Yeah. Okay, I'll make it quick because, I do want to respect your time. But Adriana, how do you feel about, like I said, do you feel better just like not even talking about it in the interim and just like seeing the figures like get there, as opposed to like having to discuss, because I feel like it does help just like, all right, whatever, like out of sight, out of mind. When the figure gets here, then you see it. All right, it's not, whatever. Or how do you feel? What are your thoughts?
The only thing I told him when he started collecting was like, just be responsible, make sure bills are paid, that's taken care of, your stuff is taken care of, and then, you can do whatever you want. Price point, I'd rather not know. It's just,
Ignorance is bliss, for sure.
Yeah, I'd rather not know. But he does tell me with statues how much they are, and again, like Gigi, like go big or go home. I feel like that's a more valid price point on a statue. You get bigger. I like it. So I like these. They're smaller. They take up less room. I don't have to worry about garage sales.
Yeah, see, I think the space thing bugs her more than
I
the
think
price thing.
it's the space thing.
Anytime we've ever had like to talk about this is like, where are you gonna put it?
Yeah.
Or where is it going?
But
That's
I
always
do
been
appreciate the figures and everything that goes into them and the companies that make them. So when he buys a statue and I see the details, I do appreciate it. But I'd rather not know about the price. I'd rather be surprised because I'm like, oh, it's Christmas time for Eddie 2 weeks in a row. And, it's
Wow.
just he's getting statues or figures. But
Yeah.
as long as he's responsible,
which I'm not.
It's always a balance. It's always a balance, right?
I appreciate Marco and Gigi's like how they do it, because I think it works better. I think it may not be
so you
fun.
Want me to text you? Because I will.
Yeah.
I don't want to be taxed, especially not how the LWO
Gigi, you gotta
guys
show
were
me your
referring to
system
it.
here so I can implement it in the.
I don't want to be taxed that way. So, but like,
You should have stayed quiet then.
I think I've said this to Marco before. I think someone needs it. It helps when someone else is kind of reining you in a bit. It helps because I think as collectors we just kind of go crazy. So it helps to have that other person to be like, hey,
when he first started with Pops, he was ordering like 4 or 5 in one order.
It's so easy. There's so many coming out, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I don't know. I discuss it with her more now before I get stuff, or like
That's true. We talk about it.
What I'm gonna go, or like where everything's gonna go, or what areas I'm allowed to put stuff in, and we have a very small place, so.
Same with
He
us.
makes it seem like I restrict him so much too. I don't do that.
I don't make it seem that way. I don't
just
ever.
said it.
Well, yeah, because we're on the stream together, it's funnier. But like when we're not streaming together, I never tell Marco like, "Oh, Adriana has," I'm not allowed to do this. If anything, I look at the other guys and I'm like, "Dang, you guys have a lot of rules." Like
That's
Adriana
true.
doesn't give a shit
like
about what I do.
Him a lot of rules.
So she's pretty cool. It's just the displaying areas. So I try to be considerate and be like right now our rule is I'm gonna use the bedroom for all of my displaying stuff, like because we have a 1-bedroom apartment, so like the bedroom is where I keep all of my collection, and the living room will not be anything unless it's stuff that we buy together, because we do like stuff together, like Lego sets or certain Pops, certain Disney stuff, like stuff that we buy together. She's super
That's
into
awesome.
Friends and The Office.
I didn't realize that you guys had like that collaboration. That's really cool.
It's happened over time. Like she's into The Office and Friends, so she's been buying more of that stuff with Legos and Pops, and like they don't have figures of that stuff, so thank God. But yeah. Or she has like she'll see a hot toy and be like, you need to get that. Like I used to
send me before like a lot of hot toys and be like, what do you think of this? And I'd be like, oh, I really like that, or I don't like that. But I feel like
if I know it's a character she likes, like I used to have a Harley Quinn hot toy that she loved, or like Gal Gadot, or it's usually women in MCU or DC, but like or like Thor, Jane Foster Thor she likes. So when I showed her that hot toy, she was like, oh, you need to get that one, or like so. Yeah, some of them she actually does want.
Well, there you go. That's cool that there's like some commonality. Only a handful of them. Yeah, I know. Gigi, she's been impressed by a few of them, but for the most part, she could care less. She could care less or couldn't care less. Couldn't care any less. There you go. I always get that mixed up. So, well, yeah. Any additional questions, Gigi?
Where are we on the espresso machine?
Wow. She's just really trying to make y'all fight at this point.
We don't have space.
It's okay. Look. So the cure is...
That's what I said, Eddie, about us.
Look, man, we don't have space for a lot of stuff you buy.
Yeah.
The kitchen is mine, so I can do whatever I want with it.
Okay.
So, but that Nespresso though, we gotta talk about it.
Oh, the Nespresso. Yeah.
We gotta
I
talk
thought
about
she was
that.
talking about like a legit like espresso thing.
Oh my god, Nespresso.
Oh, okay.
You gotta start small. So I have the Nespresso right now, and I'm gonna tell you, it's like life changing. Ooh, another tip: put cayenne pepper. Try cayenne pepper in your coffee. Adriana is
That's
so
just gonna give
good.
me the bubble guts all day.
No. It's just like a little bit. It's just like a little.
So there's a
It's so
coffee
good.
shop that we go to down the street, and they do an Aztec mocha, which has honey and it has cayenne pepper, and it's like very spicy. And I was like, oh, I don't know what this is, but I like it.
It like
it's,
wakes you up. Oh my! I like
honey. Like honey spice is big right now. Sorry, didn't mean to.
Oh, honey spice is like okay,
that's
like a
big
chicken sandwich too, yeah.
Yeah, there's a new, there's a pizza place out here that we really love, and their new pizza is hot honey pizza.
Oh,
it's
wow.
really good.
that is true.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't even know that was a thing, but.
But yeah, for my graduation gift to myself, I'm getting the upgrade. So the bigger, the big Nespresso, or not Nespresso, espresso machine. Yeah. So
Wow.
I'll let you know how it goes.
There you go.
Yeah.
I just told her, I was like, go ahead.
Here's the
Eddie.
thing though with the coffee machines.
Here we go.
Here we go. Look, we just have a Keurig, and even that she only uses like on Sunday. Because like
That's not
every
true.
other
I
day,
used it on Friday.
yeah, but every other day is Starbucks. Like she has to leave. I give her shit for this all the time
That's
because
not
she's
true.
like, I'm late for work. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're late for Starbucks. Like, you're leaving 20 minutes early to go to Starbucks. You're not late for work. So,
Look,
the Keurig, like, for the most part, is used once a week, maybe.
that's not
So
true.
it's like,
I have a Keurig at my office at work, and I use that one.
That's
I
right.
didn't buy
I've
that
seen
one.
it.
I bought it. I didn't tell you about it, but I bought it on Amazon.
So I have
And it
no
was half
problem
off.
having an Nespresso machine, but, like, is it going to be used, or are we just going to go to fucking Starbucks?
Look, man, Gigi raves about it, so I'm pretty sure it'll be used because
Okay.
It's
are like
life-changing.
one in the same.
Yeah.
I will
With
say,
the
Eddie.
frother.
Oh, with the frother there, and you know, I started down this whole
I
point
got
of
the
like,
little whisk so far, so I have that.
Oh,
but
there
it
you
is
go.
it is a changer for sure.
I tried to like counter her with like, okay, well, how often are you going to use it? And she was like, you have figures that you don't even display right now, so
That's
shut
what
the
I
f
said.
up. And I was like, all right,
That's
well,
right.
I've lost this
That's
one.
That is true.
But I will say the compromise we came to was if she's going to get this like crazy espresso machine, she makes the coffee. I was like, I'm good with the Keurig right now. I know how to use it. I press a button, it goes. If you're going to make the coffee, then cool. I'm not going to learn how to make to use
is there a
this thing,
tax
so.
on?
I can make
Is there a
little
tax
latte
on
art
kitchen
for you.
appliances?
It's for us. It's
Oh,
for us.
it's
Yeah.
us.
We
This
both-
collection is for us. You don't enjoy these back here?
You get to enjoy.
Look, man, we speak
Trust
two
me.
languages. Our brains work in two different ways. We're tired
Wow.
more often. We need that coffee kick.
That's
Yes.
that's
as
a
long as I'm getting a
impeccable
coffee every
argument.
time you're getting a coffee, I
And
don't
my
care.
job is not very exciting. I do insurance, dude. So it's like, do you know how boring that is? I need coffee.
Yes. Oh my God, Adrian. I'm very, very excited because, and so that was a compromise. If you use the espresso, because I was kind of the same, right? We had the Nespresso and I didn't use it enough. And he was like, if you use it enough, then I can see it. Because the counter space, right? It always like the space. So he's like, if you use it enough, then we're okay with doing the bigger one.
There you go. But you know, at the end of the day, if it makes you happy, I didn't need to get this Joker, but it made me happy, and you know, she can get her machine, and
See, an
we
espresso
find a
machine will
compromise.
make me happy.
There you go. As long as we're being
Now-
responsible.
But now the InArt bug grows because, like, now I have the whole Lord of the Rings line that I want.
Oh boy, okay. I know the Aragorn is one that Gigi was like, why would you ever need an Aragorn? She's like, you can't even tell him apart from the other characters in the film. I was like, but it looks so good. It's like one of those figures that it's like, even if I don't necessarily love the character, it looks so damn good.
See, okay,
like a
I don't do that. You're lucky I don't buy shit just because it looks good. I have to love the character to buy it. So
It's
That's
rare.
true,
It's
he
rare,
does.
but there are certain ones where it's like, it's just like such a killer figure that
the only
I feel
one
like I
that's
need that.
ever tempted me like that is that Ryu from Iconic Studios. That figure looks sick, and I'm not a huge Street Fighter guy, but I look at that and I'm like, damn, that would be fun to just pose. So,
Are they coming out with
but I
others?
still wouldn't get it, huh?
Are they coming with other Street Fighter?
Yeah, they announced Ken. They just teased Akuma.
Akuma, I think, is the one. Yeah,
So-
that's one that I'm not as familiar with.
No, Chun-Li maybe.
I
will
know, right, Adriana? Chun-Li?
Yeah, appeal to
Oh my
the
God.
women in the collecting.
I know. Do you want them to keep collecting?
It'll be
I
next.
know.
Like,
I
Make more
guarantee
women,
her-
and then it would be like,
That
okay.
I guarantee
really cool
you.
because with her kicks that she does in the game, if they
get. I just want to see how they make the thighs. So,
Yeah, they got to be extra thick.
yeah, it's got to be
Extra
good
thick.
material there. It's very muscular. You know?
Oh man, she's coming though. I guarantee you, it'll be next. It'll be the next one they announce after Akuma. Cobras is. You want to read this one?
Saludos a todos. See you guys on the next stream. The couple that collects together stays together, or at least tolerate the
There
collecting.
you go. At least
That's right.
tolerate. I tell Gigi's nephews when they ask for like relationship advice, I'm like, number one, don't ask me. Number two, you don't need someone that has the same exact hobbies as you. Just someone that tolerates the dumb shit that you're into. That's all you could really ask for.
They ask
honestly.
you for relationship advice.
They do. I'm like, all right,
Wow.
you know,
Look at
watch the
this,
podcast.
Uncle Marco. That's
I know.
fucking
Exactly.
hilarious.
It is. It is hilarious to me. I'm like, man, I have no idea what I'm doing. Tremble Dust is saying I was an underwriter. I agree. LOL at boring. Chun-Li is coming. Then Cammy, I believe. So yeah, they'll be making the females here soon. Oh yes to the thighs. Yeah. Calvin is saying thick thighs save lives. That's incredible. Absolute Irwin is saying great stream, and you guys should do this again. 1/6 Fix and Made Media, such a great pair. Congrats
yeah.
on the figures,
Dude,
Heck yeah,
whenever Marco is down, I'm down, and if we can get Adriana on, that's cool.
okay.
Like Adriana and Gigi, that'd be cool too. Like, but I'm like I said, I'm not. They keep saying I'm out of retirement. I'm not. You won't see me a lot of the same.
You guys.
A lot of
There
the
you
same
go.
places you used to see me. You won't see me, but I fucking love Marco and Mario and the LWO guys, and like so most of the time if I stream, it'll be when I can jump on theirs. But you won't see me in a lot of the same streams. So
Okay, fair enough. You know, you're always welcome and really excited that we were able to collaborate a lot this weekend. And I will say, you know, it's good to take the sabbatical. It's like good for your mental health. Like these streams could just become so overwhelming. It's like so time consuming.
I just don't want to talk about Emperor Palpatine. Sorry, that was the box. Nothing happened. I just don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about Emperor Palpatine 4 times in 3 days. So
it's tough.
That's kind of why. That's kind of why I limit myself. It has nothing to do with anything else. I just feel like we talk about the same shit over and over. And the way that Gigi gets annoyed with Marco talking about it, I get annoyed by our own community talking about the same shit over and over sometimes. So.
No, man, it's got to be fun, right? You're not getting paid to do this stuff. Like it's got to be fun, or else there's zero point in doing it. So, Lane is saying Eddie finally reemerged, and congrats to us. Hey, Lane, thank you. Yeah, we finally got him out there. Commander Green in the house. Hello there,
damn.
Commander Green.
Commander
Thank you for
Green.
joining.
Nice.
Sorry that we're just about to wrap up, but hopefully you can catch this one on the replay. It was a really fun stream. Obviously, Adriana and Gigi were the stars, and Eddie and I were just happened to be here as well. So, and last one, Commander Green is saying, "I will drink to that, Eddie." That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, we just gotta have fun with this. Gigi, Adriana, Eddie, any additional questions or things you want to cover before we wrap this up?
Not for now, because I'm starving.
Okay, all right. I hear her stomach grumbling over here.
I'll defer my questions the next time.
Oh, no,
Okay.
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, if you have one last one,
I don't want to send it into like a huge ramble, but I was gonna ask Marco because I don't know this about you. I know that you're like into sports and stuff, but do you have hobbies outside of collecting, like that are like for me, for instance, we moved to an apartment, but I really like to like barbecue and smoke and grill things. So like, do you have those hobbies outside of collecting?
Yeah, so I would love to get more into the barbecuing, honestly, but I just don't have the patience for the smoking. So I would, so that's not one that I picked up on, but I've wanted to get like a really nice grill and smoker and stuff. So don't have that one, but yeah, I do watch sports, play video games, like to get together with our friends. So nothing too crazy. And also like play sports. I'll play basketball and every now and then go play another sport. But yeah, I'm not too fascinating outside of the collecting, but would love to have a conversation about other things if you have like other stuff you want to talk about.
I never asked you that. I don't think so. I was wondering like if you spend, like if collecting is your only thing that you really spend that much money on, or if you go crazy outside.
I do have a lot of other expensive hobbies. That's the scary part. Like I would collect shoes as well. So all of that has kind of, the pie has shrunk though, right? Like it used to be evenly distributed and now it's like figures are mostly my expensive stuff. And then we like to travel. So the tax goes to the traveling.
And we have a lot of different groups of friends. So this going out, like also, right, just gets expensive. With just like going out to get drinks. Like that's kind of, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
It adds up. It does add up. It does add. I know you guys like to do the same thing, go out to eat and and you know the drinks and stuff with friends. It adds up. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward. Hopefully, we can link up at some point this year, and we'll do a in-person live stream
and
from
he
Napa.
He doesn't. That's Adriana, that's so good that he likes to do those things because I feel like all of Marco's hobbies are like on his, you know, without like nothing benefits me. Like he doesn't enjoy cooking, so then it's not like I reap the benefits of like the of like the grilling and stuff like that.
You gotta get you guys do HelloFresh or Home Chef or any of that? Dude, you guys gotta get those.
He loves it. And
when I start that, like I used to cook a lot before I met her, and then she's better at it than me, so I just let her do it now. But getting HelloFresh and Home Chef has re-sparked that love for cooking, and I fucking love doing that now.
Because we kind of talked about that, because you get into the groove of making the same shit over and over to like have new recipes would be cool.
Yeah, and it's easy, laid out, and it's fun, dude. So that definitely has made our home balance easier because she used to do all the cooking after work. I'd feel bad for her, so now I feel like I'm cooking half the time. So, but if you don't like to cook, dude, try those. Like it makes it fun, and like we have a glass of wine sometimes while I'm cooking, or like I don't know, it makes it like a fun hobby.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
And I will say, Marco does cook. While I was in school and stuff, he did cook a lot. But the grilling stuff, right? Like, it's just like, that's very cool.
I do stuff that's a little bit easier. Well, yeah, Gigi will do the more complicated things. So yeah, that's a really good recommendation. Thank you for that. Is it promo code Made Media?
No, but we do have codes if you guys want it. They
All
send
right,
you
we
like
might need to-
10. They send you like 10 coupons to recommend friends. So we do have a shit ton of those.
Okay, yeah, send it on over to us, and we'll definitely. I think we'll consider signing up for sure. Cool. So it could be a cool thing for us to do together. Let me just catch up with the chat. Lane's saying the ladies are always the stars, guys. You know that. Yeah, we do know that for sure. Lane, appreciate you being in here. Commander Green saying, hell yeah, Eddie, friends, figures, and food. That's really the triangle right there. I love to grill and cook. Yeah, Eddie, we got to, would love to try some of your barbecue, and that's
Dude,
not a
we could
euphemism
have
at all.
I don't know why we never thought of doing that, like having a barbecue meetup instead of just like always Disneyland or something. Like,
Yeah.
We could all go to outdoors or to a lake or something and have a barbecue. That'd be sick.
I like that, man.
Yeah.
I really like that idea a lot. That's a cool thing about the community. Like, that's one of the positives when you make actual friends, you know?
Yeah.
So, for that alone, it's been awesome. Equan saying, hello, Fresh isn't adult Legos, but for food.
Yeah.
That is
That's a good way of
incredible.
explaining it.
Oh, man. All right. So any other things we want to cover today, or what we could save them for the next time we get together? We got to do a part 2 for this.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me on. It was fun to unbox it with you.
Yeah, this was really fun.
I feel like it made it a better experience, and so thanks, man.
No, thank you for joining. Yeah, I felt like it was just like, oh, hey, we're just gonna like a friend. We're gonna get together and just like unbox this cool thing that we got.
Yeah.
So it worked out perfectly.
And that is what it is.
Yeah, legitimately, we just happen to be recording it. So.
That's what I try to tell all the ladies. Like, it's not, I don't look at anything. I don't know anything before I come, before we join. Just whatever.
Tremble Dust is saying free
It's not
food
that
meetup,
serious.
always a plus. Yeah. Mario saying yes, barbecue meetup, then Disney. All right. Hey, always got to mix Disney into it. So. Tremble Dust saying stay safe, everyone. Hey, thank you for that. Tremble Dust, you as well. And Calvin's down for the barbecue. So sounds like we got a lot of traction.
Food, buddy.
Yeah, hell yeah. You guys don't try too many places without us, though. All right, save some of those for when
My
we're
bad.
down there.
Yeah.
No, all good. Thank you guys so much for joining. Everyone in the chat today and participating. Thank you for being in here as well for this, just laid back little unboxing. So hope you all enjoyed it. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Please do that. Also go to Made Media. I got it right this time, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, to Made Media. Go subscribe over there. Maybe some additional content coming out here soon. Eddie, anything else you want to plug before we wrap this up?
No, I think you got it all covered. Check out last LWO on Friday if you guys didn't. It was a funny stream. So.
Oh man, I'm
that
partway
out.
through. I haven't gotten quite to my roasting yet, but I hear that I got destroyed on that. So yeah, check out LWO. Should be on. I don't know whose channel it's on this week, but check out all of our social medias for
scale.
that.
Oh, you mean this? Sorry.
Yeah,
Coming
this
up,
upcoming
I don't
week.
know.
But yeah, 6 scale reviews last week. I'll be on CW on Tuesday. We've actually got the reissue later today. That'll be at 4 o'clock
Oh, I saw.
4 o'clock Pacific time, 7 o'clock Eastern time. So join us there. Ben Thomas, Let's Get Nuts is at 2 o'clock today. So might be on that as well, but I got to hop on over to go help my pops with something really quick. So check out all that awesome content. And again, thank you, Eddie and Adriana, for being on here. Thank you for everyone in the chat, and we will catch you on the next time. Gigi, you want to lead us out?
First of all, I wasn't done.
Oh my
Next
God.
time, we
Ah.
can do a Lego thing, because I feel like we didn't get to the cheese that I wanted to get to, you know what I
Okay,
mean? But
all
we can do
right.
a Lego one.
Okay.
But that's it.
Okay. We'll do it next time. All right. With that, Gigi, lead us out.
Bye. I'm your wife. Like, this is real life. Like, what are you doing?